everybody. Welcome to the SS Olive. I'm your captain, Lunar Oatmeal. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons. This is our second session with Lulu at the helm.
Hello.
We're joined by the lovely Bimbini, Lotta Bees, Abu Snail, Taikamori, Chocolad, and Zika, who's fresh for this session, but should be great.
Oh yeah, we're all excited.
You're good.
Zika, did you set up your PNG?
No.
Also, the doodle is still here.
Oh, I left it. I know.
Oh.
It's fine. It's
I know nothing of this.
It's just modern art.
Yeah, it's modern art. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it, y'all.
Is my mic going off so much? Okay.
I'm not hearing any noise, so that should be fine. Although I think Beast would probably be the best person to tell if you're.
I did not hear anything. You were fine.
Yeah.
Also, hi Diz, welcome.
But yeah, welcome in everybody. Yeah, I assume y'all are probably gonna want a quick recap as to what happened last time since it has been a month. We all got a little, a bunch of us got a little wasted at TwitchCon. We needed a breather. So just a quick rundown. In our last session, our lovely crew interrogated the merchant after choosing his quest. We all got our introductions to meet each other and have chosen a mission to save a merchant's daughter. We interviewed the merchant in question, and you guys discerned some clues as you investigated her the daughter's bedroom, and we're just about to make your way to you're just about to make your way to Onyxdale to start your investigation of the area, pick up more clues, see what you can find out. Before we do that, we are joined by our lovely combat chef. Would you like
Hi.
to? Yeah, would you like to tell us a little bit about your character? Tell us why you were recruited into the guild. Give us a little kind of spiel while I tweak a few things. I would love to hear it.
Hello. I am Arian Arlak. I'm a cook. I like to make seafood stews, but I also want to learn to make more things. I had my entire surroundings were filled with strife, and I despise prejudice. So I really want to bring people together, and I think that meals are a good way to bring people together, despite language barriers and cultural differences, and searching for the ultimate heartwarming meal. I've decided to also become an adventurer.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I like food.
Arian has just kind of rendezvoused with the group as they were en route to Onyxdale. Some kind of brief introductions were shared amongst the crew. You can, if y'all want to roleplay that, you're more than welcome to, or we can just move straight along to the mission. Totally up to you guys.
If we're retconning that we ate at the party for the introduction, then do we not want to say that they just came with us and we just didn't comment on it?
I was saying that they probably prepared the food ahead of time, and then y'all ate the food while they were doing something else, and then they came and met up with y'all afterwards.
How would they know where to find us?
Isn't that an interesting question?
Mhm.
Probably Lindsay would just have told them where you guys were.
At least kind of whereabouts, because the general idea would be that we were going to speak with the merchant to get more information. So
Yeah, Lindsay might have just met. Lindsay would have been like, "Hey, go to the merchant," and Irene might have met you on the way, as you were leaving the merchants. You know, like how all those manga coincidentally had their characters meet up for no apparent reason. Somehow they just knew where to meet. Same thing.
Yeah.
If manga and books can do it, why can't I?
Exactly.
That being said, would you guys like to see the lovely map I made for Onyxdale?
Yeah.
Please.
It's actually the older of the maps, so I've made better ones by this point, but goddamn, did I make it?
You could say that this definitely puts the Pog in Pogstone.
I thought I put the Pog in Pogstone.
And let me just tweak a few things because I had to do your Ziga's token kind of a little temporarily. Okay, there you go. Awesome. So this is the lovely world map of Onyxdale. If you hover over the little icons, these are significant locations that kind of are pre-situated. If you just hover over it, it'll tell you what they are. Y'all are kind of all standing where your guild actually is, because the docking district, as you might remember, borders Onyxdale. An important thing about how I want to proceed with this is I could have just like designed like a bunch of locations and specified like, oh, you know, this is where this is where that is. What I've instead done is I have designed a bunch of like maps for various locations you might go. And I'm going to now kind of ask the party, because some of you have almost certainly been to Onyxdale, some of you might not have. Zolrina probably almost certainly has never been.
I have people to do that for me.
Exactly.
Hi.
So, just sad hi. So essentially, what I'm going to put it up to is, as a group, you have currently been given kind of vague direction on where to start with this mission. You know where to go. You know like that it's an Onyxdale. And you know something about the monastery of Gone, but that's about it. If you would like to split up and search for clues in different areas in different ways more befitting of your personal character, you're more than welcome to. There's like not splitting up the party thing, but with this many players, it's hard not to, because all 7 people going to one spot, I'm not sure you could rationalize that as efficient, but if you want to, totally cool. But essentially, if you want to say, I want to go to a local tavern, I'm gonna be like, okay, tell me what its name is and where it is, and then you can like help design what the tavern is, kind of a little bit, and give me a little bit about it. Helps you flesh out more about the city rather than just me telling you shit, if that makes sense. So if y'all want to take a moment to talk amongst each other, see like where you want to go to look for information, who you want to talk to, etc.
Sounds cool.
Yes.
So our best lead is probably this monastery.
Perhaps somebody ought to examine the scene of the crime, as it were.
That's probably an idea worth checking out as well.
Well, it'd be the monastery, wouldn't it?
I thought
You forget
she
there
died
was
in
a
the
murder.
river or something, right?
She
It
was
was a
dumped.
kidnapping.
She was
Oh, it
dumped
was a
in.
murder.
Yeah, she was. The body was dumped in the river, to the south of the monastery. So just slightly off the map, like it would be like right here.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, where's the right here?
Do you see this ping?
Oh, yeah, but I could only see it if I was completely zoomed out.
Oh yeah, apologies. Right here, kind of
Mhm.
down here, down towards the south of the map, just below the monastery.
Mhm.
The only other point of interest I can think of, perhaps her place of employ. That was mentioned as well, was it not?
Yeah, I believe we got the location
Oh.
of it.
Oh, so interestingly, she's not necessarily employed so much as she has a workshop. That's what you mean. That's over in Gaffwall.
Okay.
If you want to go there, we totally can. I will admit I should have thought ahead. I did not make a map of that. You're more than
For
welcome to go
now.
there.
I think for now the most suspicious stuff is involving Gond. It would be at least a good idea to go and check on that.
So, a girl has been seduced by God, and they've been murdered and thrown into a river, and the river has
No.
been
So
Oh,
the one who
apologies.
has been murdered is the friend of the one who is missing. The one that is
Okay.
missing is the daughter of the merchant who has hired us to try to find her.
So the friend has been murdered, and their body has been found already in the river.
In a river.
Correct.
Do we have the body?
No.
No, you do not.
Okay, so we didn't find the body.
We did.
You personally didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I had a code that I was trying to decode.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that
Cipher.
something I would have had time to do, particularly if my character did what he's inclined to do and skipped the party?
I'm not sure that much time has passed.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think realistically, it would take a lot longer than just like an afternoon to crack a cipher that you don't have the key to.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to head to the monastery? Because if you guys are heading to the monastery, I'd actually like to go to the scene of the crime.
I'm heading
and-
to the crime scene myself. You're
Okay.
free to go where you wish. Except for the goblin, naturally.
Okay. So if y'all want to divide up, I think there's like two locations that are currently being mentioned. One is the monastery, and one is the scene of the crime.
There was also the workshop.
There was also the workshop, but I didn't hear anybody mentioning that them offering to go there.
It's also like a ways away, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would take hours to get there.
Okay, let's check the close locations first, and if we don't come up with any leads, we'll go there.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
would
are
take
we...
hours for the peasantry to get there, certainly.
Oh my god.
I'm throwing this character into the river.
Is that even the correct river?
There's a river.
That's actually a canal.
Tossing Zolrina into the canal, like, hey, go and find some information down there. See if there are any other bodies.
I might have disadvantage at insight, but doing physical manual labor with my hands gives me double advantage on ignoring that.
Ignoring that.
Also, I don't know how we did it last time, but I only see Arian's name. No one else's.
Oh,
Huh.
weird. Did the tokens not get fixed?
I only see my name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
so we're
Ariane's
obviously-
also.
Yeah, hang on. Let me fix that.
I just memorized everyone's token.
Yeah, hang on. I don't know whether that because I definitely fixed that last time.
So it looks like the four of us want to go to the monastery. So if anyone
Yes,
else wanted to go
that
to the
would-
river, you guys can go do that, and we can split the party.
Um,
Big
I would like
girl.
I would like to tag along with Silverina because
Yes.
I noticed that there seems to be some sort of tension
Yes.
surrounding them, and wanting
Yes.
to bring people together. I would like to learn more.
Good
about
luck
them.
unpacking that in an afternoon.
I'm so excited for this. Oh God, I can't choose which one I want to see first.
Save the best for last.
Is that the case?
Naturally.
Why are you not letting me edit this anymore?
You have no
Um,
power here.
It is really struggling right now. Real 20, I have no other applications open on my computer. What is your deal?
So are
Ah,
we sure that it wasn't technically a place of employment? Because I remember you expressly talking about a coworker when you were
Yeah,
voicing as the father.
yes, the friend was a coworker.
Yeah, but that
They work together. But
I think that would
that's-
mean more like a partner at the workshop,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It was less of her being explicitly employed by someone else and more of it's her own personal workshop. The idea was that she wanted to start her own kind of business to kind of be independent from her father.
She's a bit of a gig worker.
I mean, you can still work without being employed by someone else. I think the definition still works.
I think debating this is pedantic, but sure.
Fair enough.
Let's see here. Fixing, roll 20 being garbage. Okay. Anyways, if we're gonna do the monastery, give me just a quick second to get the map working.
Mm-hmm.
By that I mean roll 20. I swear to God. I would refresh, but I'm worried if I refresh, it would kick me out of kick all of you out, and I would be in my own group again. So I'm currently hesitating to do that.
Just refresh, Lulu.
I don't know. It's fine. It's working. Oh yeah, no, it's really bad. I actually can't even see y'all anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh
Just
it.
refresh your shit, silly Billy.
What's going on? Is there something like sapping all of my memory on my PC right now?
I don't know. Roll 20 is a little laggy for me too.
Yeah, but my whole PC is lagging right now.
Hmm.
It's like it's eating all of my memory for no reason.
Do you want to well, you are using Chrome, yes. Do you want to restart your computer real fast?
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna close some stuff. Maybe that'll help it. Okay, hopefully that worked.
Let's go.
Oh shit. Apologies for the delays, everyone. Y'all are free to interact and roleplay while I do this, but chat while you walk, or however you wish to do it.
Cartwheels all the way there.
Did you say cartwheels?
Yeah.
Quite agile for an Angus.
I do have 14 dexterity.
14's a lot.
I mean, I dumped charisma as a stat, so and wisdom is 10, so like
Wait, what's your charisma right now?
8.
Oh.
High fives you.
Hell yeah! Very awkwardly fails to high five you.
It's
I thought
cool.
You had a high dexterity.
I do. That doesn't mean that I'm good at social stuff.
I also have an 8 in
natures.
charisma.
Who here has an 8 in charisma?
Me.
Raises my hand.
Oh my god, that's me IRL. Oh my god.
I feel like more of these characters have an 8 in charisma, but okay.
I have a 12.
I'd like to inspect what Zelina is wearing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't need a roll or anything like that. She is wearing kind of like a oh, actually, I'll let Abu say that. Abu, what is Zelrina wearing?
I actually want to hear what you think she's wearing.
Okay. So Zelrina is wearing these kind of almost gaudy robes that are just there's like multiple layers to it that are clearly designed by like an expert seamstress. Where it's designed to kind of like accentuate the her features, but in a very kind of like subtle way, rather than like something like that's very like low cut and slutty. It's much more like kind of refined, and it has this kind of layering to it that kind of makes it almost seem like she's a little bigger than she actually is, with kind of gold gilded trim and these kind of ornate kind of purple, blue, and black patterns that are kind of swirling around.
Also worth noting, the mage hand that's carrying an umbrella or parasol just behind me, and my crushed ruby sunglasses.
Yes.
Wow,
Do
fabulous.
you rhinestone your sunglasses with actual rubies?
No, I mean like the lenses
The
are
lenses.
ruby.
The lenses are rubies.
Oh. Oh my god.
Lulu,
Uh-huh.
I noticed in this region there's the Church of Mask. Is it the mask I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Is this Am I good? Am I
Mm-hmm.
Is Bim in danger?
in danger?
I don't think so.
Guess we'll find out.
But
Okay.
who knows?
No.
You
Delightful.
don't have to go into it if you don't want
Oops,
to.
Didn't mean to post that.
I mean,
Just
it's
want everybody to
appropriate.
remember how much better I am than you.
Oops, I dropped my papers. Thanks to your noble birth, people are inclined to think of you as
I'm fucking premium.
Okay, I was just curious.
Okay. So if we are ready to do the lovely church, I'm gonna move y'all to the map. You're not gonna see anything because I haven't put your tokens there, so you can't see shit yet. Because there's dynamic lighting with walls and doors, so that's pretty neat.
Woohoo!
So remind it's Lorcan.
Don't tell me my
Everybody
hardware
but
acceleration's
Goblins,
off.
Lorena, and Irian.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. There you go.
Ma, it's dark in here.
Wait, am I not going to be able to see the map because I'm not here?
Yeah, you
No, I
just put
think you should
night
be
for a
able
little
to.
bit.
I think you should be able to once I give everyone vision. Is everyone?
Did you do all of the hydrates, Lunar?
Maybe.
That doesn't sound like a yes.
It doesn't sound like a no either.
And I spent 900 channel points on it.
Streamer, I spent 900 channel points. I demand that you entertain me. Streamer.
Streamer, go ahead and drown yourself this moment, please.
Streamer, generate piss, please.
Please.
We're so
You're a
desperate for
machine.
it.
You're a machine. That turns water into piss.
Technically, we all are. That's all we're good for as a species.
Oh, whoa.
I am a machine that turns ideas into unfinished projects.
There you go. Abby, can you see anything?
Not at all.
Oh, maybe if I put you on the map, like here, and then like turn on your vision. Maybe you'll be able to see.
You don't need to see. You're not here. You're not allowed.
Damn, that's so mean. I'll do the same for Boblin and Zika.
The
Oh.
dynamic lighting is doing some fucky things to this.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what it looks like because obviously I can see the whole
Look
thing.
at this stream.
Yeah, it looks really fucked up.
No, yeah, no, that's pretty normal because those are windows. So
Yeah.
you can see through the windows. Yeah, no, that's about right. That's what you should be able to see.
It's just
so I don't
not normally how I conceive of looking through a window.
Yeah. Yeah, so big word of warning. It would have taken literal days and days to put together all their character tokens needed for all this stuff. So there are going to be NPCs here. I just haven't put them all down yet. Next time maybe I will find a faster way to do that. So essentially, to describe in front of you, you have it's sitting on this big lake that has like big gilding kind of trim running along the side. There's a large bridge that goes into a big gate, and this is an enormous monastery, very big. There are several kind of like holy guards standing nearby, like paladins and stuff, who are holding these enormous halberds, who are standing in full uniform. And this uniform is like, it almost looks like a blacksmith's outfit, but designed for like plate armor. And there are like cogwheels and like hammer and tongs insignia on all of their like weapons and stuff. And there are these two beefy individuals who are kind of guarding the front gate. And then you can see kind of going to the north and south, going to kind of different kind of subsections of the monastery. And that's all you see. So what would you like to do?
Does anyone want to take the lead?
Knowing this party, that's a definitive no.
Like 3 of the people aren't here technically, so
Yeah, I don't want to like immediately.
Do it.
Okay, so I guess Larkin just sort of trods on over to the guards and kind of looks back at the others to see if they're following.
Okay. Hey, you walk over to the guards. Everyone else following, or are you doing something else?
I'm following.
I'm following.
I will follow as well.
Also, for some reason now I don't even have a name on my own screen.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the names are borked in this one again.
I guess you coming?
I see them
I s-
sometimes.
It'll
like,
be
popping in and
it'll
out.
be okay. I see Angus.
Hee?
Angus, you
Me-
coming?
Is that
Yeah, give me a moment.
What?
Had to step briefly away from the computer.
I wanna step on half a square,
Whoa.
but I have to choose a full square.
You know, that's how your mother's back gets broken, right?
Stepping on a crack.
Yeah.
uh
You know what they say, crack kills.
okay? And stepping forward. Yeah. So as you approach, the guards kind of give you a nod. They said, and one of them kind of says in a deeper voice, he says, "Greetings. Would you like to enter the monastery?"
That would be correct. Yes.
And he nods and he says, um, he nods and says, "So long as you are polite and respectful to everyone inside, you will have no trouble from us. Cause issues, and that may change." And he opens the door for you.
Another successful transaction. And then he kind of, with like a little bit more pep in his step, almost skips in.
Absolutely.
Looking for someone who looks important, basically.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of walk through this like brief like entryway that has like a few benches and stuff. Looks like just like a reception area almost. Your connection to the server has been interrupted. Anything you do right now will attempt to send when you go back online, but to be on the safe side, you may want to stop doing anything important.
Good. Good and great.
Perfect.
I love that for you.
Good and great. Good and great and perfect.
It does appear to have just moved, so maybe it's working
that
now.
was me moving it.
Okay.
So Lorcan, if I move you like one tile forward, did you see that?
Was I standing next to Angus?
Oh no, you were like in the hallway.
Then no, I
okay,
do not see it anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna close the tab and reopen it.
Sure, sounds
we love
good.
Scuff. We love Scuff.
We love Roll20.
I swear to God, I'm working so hard here and it doesn't care. It's just like eat shit and die, idiot. Okay, yeah, you're all in the hallway. So do you see if I move you like here?
I'm waiting to move. Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay, awesome. Then I am connected. I am back. Lorcan, you kind of like step through this like kind of reception area, and you kind of step into this grand hall with like super high ceiling with like beautiful crenulations and like excellent like arches. It's very like Gothic in nature. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Gothic architecture. Lots of pointy shit, spire entrances, etc. Beautiful kind of like marbled stone and like excellent kind of architecture that started to like have higher ceilings because they got so good at like designing these like arches and support beams that they could have these much higher rooms.
Angus.
Like rows of like ornate like columns with a kind of tiled mosaic pattern on the floor that like repeats all the way up to the dais at the far end of the room. This is not like we're not in mass right now, so the pews aren't like packed with people. But there is definitely like a notable amount of people in here. This is clearly like a popular monastery that a lot of people go to. You see people of all kinds like sitting on the pews, walking around, admiring like the beautiful glass windows. And you see kind of like a few of those like similarly to the front, like paladin like knight guards walking around, and then you see a lot of priests. So the priest uniform is very interesting. It looks like a blacksmith apron combined with like a very traditional cleric outfit, with like the black robes and like the white sash, and instead of like a cross, obviously they have like the hammer and tongs, which is
It's
the
connected
symbol of
now.
God. And they're all kind of either you'll see priests walking around talking to people, or like leafing through tomes, or praying in front of the altar. You do see at the altar is one person who has like kind of a more ornate outfit than everyone else, and she is currently in a conversation with two other priests at the head of the altar. You have two rooms to the sides, which you assume would be like private reception areas, and then there are some doors on either side that lead to other sections of the monastery.
Okay. So as Larkin sort of takes in the scenario that you've sort of painted, the scene, you said there were like stained glass windows?
Yes.
So his eyes kind of linger on the stained glass for a moment, and he has like a wistful expression as he kind of thinks that the like colors, the bright light coming through sort of reminds him of home. And then he sort of darts his eyes around, checking each individual person, when he finally sees this clearly like high priestess, cleric sort of situation at the front, or the altar. He's kind of awash with confusion. But they do look the most important, so he's going to go ahead and approach.
Oh, absolutely. Before we do that, what are the rest of you doing? I would like to kind of get an idea of what the rest of the people in here are kind of trying to accomplish.
Naja's just kind of I don't want to say
Casing the
alert,
joint.
but very aware of like where they are location wise in reference to like just other stuff in this region as well. So they're a little bit like she looks obviously a little tense. As soon as like they arrived within this like region.
Interesting.
But for the most part, her general discomfort here is just her general discomfort with any place of worship. So, she just looks very uncomfortable and like she wants to leave as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. I will ask why you came to the monastery. You didn't want to be here, but power to you.
The other option was going with Lorena.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's fair. Angus, what about you?
Angus looks like he has this mixture of like admiration for the workmanship in this hall and also kind of a distaste for it.
Because it's less practical and more gaudy.
I wouldn't say it in those terms. It's like he just thinks that it's like flashy for the sake of it. Like, that all of this beauty is kind of wasted on the like, first of all, he probably used to be a worshiper, or he did used to be a worshiper of Gond as a craftsman, but that never much helped him. So he has like a distrust in clergy. He has a distrust in all of that, and he typically finds the people who are who have built these places and who staff them to be kind of dishonest with their big, beautiful architecture.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Siren, how about you?
I'm following closely behind Lorcan with my staff and my satchel with my notes.
Excellent.
I'm taking a bit of like mental notes as we are passing, getting closer, pulling them out of my satchel, and as we approach and eventually reach the important ornately dressed woman, I then allow myself to like rest against my cane and start like writing information.
Gotcha. Absolutely. Okay, so Larkin, looks like you're taking the lead here. Do you want me to kind of move you guys up to the altar, or you got it yourself, Larkin?
Womp.
Perfect. Okay. Larkin, as you approach the altar, you see this woman. She's actually kind of tall. She's standing at about like 6 feet. She is a human. She's on the older side. She has kind of she is completely bald, and she has these like startlingly blue eyes. Kind of like older, kind of rugged skin. And she kind of has like this very stern expression on her face. And she turns to see you as you walk up, and she says, "Greetings, my children. How can I assist you?"
Larkin makes like direct eye contact with her, as he's learned that when having conversation in the material plane, it's considered rude not to.
That'll
and
be fun when you talk to nobility, but go on.
We'll cross that bridge when we burn it.
I know, I'm excited. I'm just saying I'm excited.
He gives her like a polite smile and kind of pushes past his initial confusion, looking at like the area around. Everyone is clearly giving her reverence. So you must be gone.
Why have you been seen grooming a child?
Oh God. I look. She is not underage. I would not ever do that. She blinks, and then she kind of narrows her eyes slightly, and she says, "You're not from around here, are you?"
He tilts his head. I haven't a guess why you'd think that. Well, clearly this is your monastery. They're paying you reverence. You must be gone.
She smiles and she says, "They're not paying me reverence." How to explain? She kind of purses her lips and she says, "Gond is to them, in a way, is a concept. Something, an idea to give reverence to. God is a real person. Well, person is redactive when it comes to describing gods, but no, I am not God. I am simply a faithful servant of God. I just happen to find myself as in a position of authority within the church."
I see.
If you want me to put it in very strict terms, imagine Gond is the boss, and I'm his, like, manager.
And so should I like to speak with Gond? You could arrange this.
She chuckles and she says, "Well, technically I could actually, but it would have to be for an extremely good reason."
Is the life of a young woman not reason enough?
She frowns and she says, "That's a very serious topic, but I don't think you understand the gravity of your request."
Anybody gonna help him out? No.
Write my notes. Give me a second.
My character has spaghetti flowing out of his pockets.
What?
In a church?
That's an
Where
old
did you
internet
get the
reference.
spaghetti?
That's an old internet reference.
Maybe
It's basically just code for being really awkward. Like,
Maybe
Does-
I'm not fully understanding. Where I come from, in places of reverence and worship, typically our deities, and he sort of tilts his head, not quite the word I'd use, they're here with us to speak. We give them tribute, they give us blessings. A transaction.
She smiles and she says, "It's something similar for us, although a little more muddled, if I must admit." Um, she smiles and she says, "They're not as attached to specific locations or places as they are kind of everywhere, but not constantly present. Essentially, as harsh as it is to say, the individual lives of mortals mean very little to most deities, honestly. The some care greatly for their flock and as a whole look out for them, but individually they don't prioritize."
Siren pipes up with, "So, would you consider it unusual circumstance for a god such as God to decide to have a bit of an infatuation or take interest with one specific person?"
She blinks and kind of raises her eyebrows and she says, "What do you mean?"
Well, you see, Siren chuckles a little bit, being like, "Well, first, my apologies. We've yet to introduce ourselves, and you yourself. My name is Siren." And he holds out his hand, leaning on his cane on his left side, to shake her hand.
She shakes your hand. She kind of does that. You know that thing where they use both your hands to shake one hand and rest a hand on top of it. Yeah, she does that. She says, "Well, it's lovely to meet you. I am Gith. I am the head of the church, the monastery, here in Onyxdale for the Ghanaian faith. And I am happy to be of service. I must admit, I am particularly concerned with, I would hesitate to say blasphemous, but it sounds a little like that. But you all seem like nice people, so I'm not immediately going to jump to that, but I would love to hear more."
Absolutely. Perhaps, and he glances around a little bit. Would you prefer to do it in more private quarters, or is here fine?
She furrows her brow and she says, "Well, if this is going to be involved, we can go into my office behind us."
Lead the way.
Okay. She there's this big archway kind of directly behind her, and you can see another kind of smaller private altar in there, that she's also using as a desk, with a statue of God behind her, and she kind of leads you all into the room. Yeah, I'll just move you.
It is worth noting, as you're introducing yourself, Siren, and the High Priestess introduces herself as well. Larkin audibly grinds his teeth.
Because we shook hands.
Something about the exchange made him uncomfortable.
Interesting.
I think I know what it is, but I'm not going to say it. That's spoilers.
Oh, I think I know.
I have no idea. Hee.
Let's
Alright.
move the map over.
Yeah, let me fix my shit.
How's Nadja doing, Bem?
Yeah. Not
I-
doing anything in the meantime while they're talking with this lovely cleric lady.
So I see them go into the private room,
Mm-hmm.
like area, and I like go near it, but I'm just outside of it, just so I can be within like earshot of what they're saying.
Eavesdrop, eavesdrop, eavesdrop.
And then I assume the I already forgot their name. Is it Gith? Is it like that? Is that their
Yes.
name? Yeah. I
Mhm.
assume Gith sees me, and I signal to them. I'm like, oh, I'm with them.
She kind of gives you a nod and an interesting look. Would you like to roll insight for me?
Yes.
Everyone's favorite role.
You don't think any much of the look she gives you. Yeah.
I just want to say that Angus, every time somebody speaks, like he looks like he has something to say, but is anxious to say anything and is just like brimming with nervous energy.
What, eat
I
your
had no idea.
spaghetti?
Bagoodle.
Okay. So you walk into the room and you kind of and she kind of turns and furrows her brow and she says, "I hope you have a good explanation for this."
I certainly do, and I do hope that at least some insight will come of it. Are you aware of a young woman around 19 years named Juliana?
She says she kind of thinks for a moment and she says, "I believe I do. She's someone who frequents the church or the monastery."
Yes. Has
Keep
since
saying
she
church.
was 14, yes.
She thinks and she says, "Well, a woman as old as I has trouble recollecting, but that sounds correct."
Well, the reason that we are here is unfortunately not for religious excursion, but is for search of information. For you see, this woman has disappeared as of late. And we believe coming here we might be able to uncover a little bit more information on where she might be.
She frowns and she says, "Well, that's quite terrible, but I'm curious as to why you've come to me. I'm hardly an information broker. I don't mean to be crude, but there are quite a lot of those nearby that aren't affiliated with the church."
No, but it is the affiliation with the church that is precisely why we're here. You see, I believe that there's a little bit more of an infatuation that she had as well with God.
She said,
One that led her to disappear.
She frowns and she says, "It's not uncommon for believers to become infatuated with their um with their object of worship. It's happened before. But so you're saying this woman went missing, and what has drawn you to us?"
Well, when speaking with her father, who hired us in search of her, he gave a lot of information about how much she was completely engrossed in her worship, and how she's been a little bit rebellious since she was first joining the church. Not that that necessarily has any reflection on the worship itself, but it's clear that this is a big part of her life for the past 5 years. I say that there has to be some sort of information that you can provide us that gives a little bit more clue on what her own motivations are from following God. If there's anything that might give her extracurriculars in terms of worship where she might go. Such as
Nobody's showing her the fucking letters.
Yeah, I was about to say, Angus, like, reaches a point of anxiety where he loudly clears his throat and just
Uh-huh.
pulls out the letters and puts them on the table.
Okay. No, so she was about to say something, and then I kind of slaps these letters down. She kind of frowns and reaches down and picks them up, kind of reads through them, and her brow kind of burrows deeper and.
Find these in a room.
Lulu, your audio cut out.
Oh no.
And then, oh, has it fully cut out?
It was.
Oh, no, you're
fully
fine, you're
cut
fine, you're
out,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cutting in and out now.
It comes back in just in time
Am I
for you
back
to
yet?
shout about it.
Talk a little bit more. We'll see if you're back.
Say more things in a row.
Hello. I'm saying more things in a row.
Okay,
Yes,
you're
I'm
back.
hearing
sound
all of
fine.
these.
Yeah, sometimes my mic gets fucky. She says, well, this is most concerning. And then I would like, Siren, I would like you to give me a persuasion check, with advantage because of Angus helping you. Otherwise, you were going to roll a disadvantage.
I gotta remember how to fucking do that.
Just go to your character sheet and click on the persuasion scale.
About it. No. 6. Shit.
Roll again.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
you're rolling
Yeah,
with
because
advantage.
with advantage you roll
Oh,
twice.
I do.
No.
Oh,
Wait.
Oh, yeah, you roll again.
Ooh.
Yeah, you roll again. You have advantage.
14.
Much better.
14, much better.
and Siren also?
What? That is. What?
Oh, wait, sorry.
That
I
is
got
me.
Siren and Laura.
Yeah, no, that. Okay. She smiles and she says, well, she purses her lips and she says, this goes against my better sensibilities, but I am, as head of the monastery, sometimes privy to information that comes and goes through my monastery. I'm sure you're aware that Onyxdale has its fair struggles and strifes with various gangs and groups and individuals who are less than savory, some more than savory. She says,
You eat them?
Downright salty, even.
We'll talk about the
She
meeting
says,
of
no,
Savory later.
no. As I was saying, there is several organizations that are notable in the area. I would say, of those organizations, the one that I think might be most related to your strife and struggles would be the Blackwater Swans. They are an organization that operates on the other side of town. And I believe they do what you consider to be called racketeering?
Racketeering.
Yes, thank you. And she says, I think you would be most wise if you started looking into them.
Side question: are they in the slums?
No, they are in they are in Onyxdale.
Oh, the other side of this town.
She's ta-
Okay.
Yeah, she's talking about the criminal organizations of Onyxdale.
Okay, cool.
That's it. If you want to give me a history check, you might. I would say with advantage because I think there's a full chance that you know these people. So give me a give me a history check.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
17, let's go!
Yes, you do. I can whisper to you kind of what you would know, and you're free to share as you so wish.
And while they speak, Larkin is trying to break down the word racketeering to understand what it means.
Where you take a bunch of rackets.
I mean, that's where he's stuck right now.
Let's see if I can see that that's what he's doing.
Yes, actually,
We're
you
very aware
understand
that
this
that's what he's
brand.
doing.
You understand this brand of confusion with people.
Angus leans over to Lorcan and gives the precise dictionary definition.
I see. Thank you very much.
He grunts and nods his head.
This will greaten my understanding of the material plane.
They're best friends already.
Oh, whoops. How did I do that?
What the
Whoopsie.
fuck, Lulu?
Ah, it's
How
back!
did I do that?
It's back!
Looking away!
I tried to DM it. What the fuck?
Yeah, you kind of just turned into Naja for a second there.
Yeah, how did I do that?
You could have
Oh,
just
you might have
sent
changed
it
the
in
as.
Discord.
Yeah, you might just send it to Discord.
Oh, it's as. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'll just send it in Discord. Yeah.
Damn, Naja, how do you say that with your mouth?
I think you can use like /W.
Yeah, the command is
so, like,
/W,
context, right?
and then you can put the name of the person you're
Good to know.
whispering to.
I have done many Roll20 campaigns. That's the first time I've ever needed to use that. I cannot believe you just did that, Chocolate.
What did Chocolate do?
I'm not gonna share it.
Chocolate, what did
So
you do?
you just think of it as the worst thing he could have ever possibly said.
I mean,
anyways,
I guarantee I could say worse. But
We dropping slurs on Twitch.television.
oh god, no!
yeah,
Let's not do
slurs like snuggler and
Hand holder.
hand holder. How dare you, dirty hand holder?
That's incredibly intimate.
You
It is.
lint liquor.
I actually just DM'd Lulu the word worse. So.
So by strict definition, you have contradicted me.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Lulu is now a liar,
Um,
and now we are all the DM.
but yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, I said that to Bim. So yeah, all of you have. She has just said that, so you're free to respond, ask follow-up questions.
Angus is just looking at the papers as if he wants them back.
Oh, she smiles as she hands them back to you.
He puts them away.
Did she roll
I
insight?
will say. Why did Angus roll insight?
I rolled inside to see if I could figure out that Loricon was struggling
Trying to
know
learn the word racketeering.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I will say, how I want to do this is instead of all of you rolling insight, I want you guys to choose who you think would be the most likely to kind of insight into this character, because I do want one of you to roll insight. God, so much insight.
Zolrina.
You're not here!
You're not there.
Get out of my head!
Which of the still read it in your head? God, what worse fate could there be?
I got a 3.
Stop.
You did get a 3.
Get out of my head.
But yeah, which one of you would like to roll insight?
I have a 3 in insight.
I have 0.
So, is this like To gauge
It's
her
not really the best
mood.
stat. It's to gauge you. I'm not telling you what it is because that's the whole point of rolling insight is for me
That's
to tell
fair.
you what it is you're reading into.
So I will make it's not my best stat for sure, but I will make the argument that Larkin is from a place where like hiding your intentions and lying and tricking people is like the norm.
Second nature.
Yeah. So he's probably always on the lookout for like tells and stuff in people.
I will say, as just a point of playing devil's advocate, I would argue that because everyone does it, he might not be on the lookout because it's just natural.
That's fair.
Another just to even this out and make another argument.
My one case for Angus is that Angus has a history of having to read the tells on clergy.
Oh.
And also used to be a worshiper of this religion. So if there's anything religiously motivated going on here, then he may have some ability, some benefit.
Some insight.
Yes.
And
Ben, what
mine
about you?
is I have a 3 in insight.
I have the best insight here.
Wait,
have
you
big
have a
number.
flat, straight number?
I have a plus. I think it's just a +3.
Yeah,
As
you're
is
right.
Without it being a dice.
No, you're right. It's a +3 to your
Ben,
die
what
roll.
about you? Yeah, Abu is memeing.
I have a proficiency in insight, and also the mention of like a criminal organization would definitely make me more like alert to the like intentions of this person. So,
But would
Interesting.
it be the same because you're not in the room? You
Bim-
are currently now in the door frame.
Well, Naja is watching.
Yeah, no.
The...
Yeah, I will say that Naja has like a full view of this person. So
Yeah, and I would throw it. I would say Naja is probably the best person situational.
I say
That's
so
fine.
Too.
yeah, Naja, if you wanna roll an insight here, can I DM you more information if you get it?
this is gonna be so bad if I don't get it. This is gonna be so embarrassing.
You should be with an advantage, right? Because all of us are giving it. Is that correct?
I don't know if this is shown in rules where believing in somebody makes them do better.
I will say I do like the idea of advantage because Naja gave a really very good argument for why they would have advantage in this scenario, and I am in this instance foregoing just all of you rolling insight.
Okay. I'm
So I would say
okay
you can
with
roll
that.
one more time. Okay, so with a 12, what I will give you is I'm gonna. Do you want me to DM this to you, or do you want me to say it publicly?
You can say it publicly.
Okay. What I will give you is that when she mentions the Black Swans, there is a certain level of disdain in her voice. That's what you get. That's it. But yeah, if y'all are cool with it, I'd like to cut over to Zika, Abu, and Taika and see what they're up to.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So I will admit I'm an idiot and didn't make a map for the crime scene because I'm stupid.
Bingus.
Zoom in on the water.
Goobus. Yeah, just look at the water.
The wobber.
So I'll just take us to the world map.
It's a grub mouse for a second. I'm like, whoa.
Are we already there, or are we walking?
Yeah, the idea is that like these aren't happening exactly at the same time, so it would reasonably take you a lot longer to get to the waterfront. I'm just gonna say you're there for ease of it. Oh, but I think you did say you wanted to kind of,
Oh.
as you were traveling, talk to Abu, right?
I did want to try hailing them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Absolutely. Go ahead and why don't you guys do that? I'm gonna step out really quick because I don't need to be directly involved with this.
I'll be looking at Boblin and Zolrina from a small distance, gauging whether or not I should hail Boblin or Zolrina first.
Zolrina is studiously doing her best to ignore you.
But okay, I'll take notice of this. I was going to attempt to hail Zolrina and compliment her outfit, but instead I'll hail Boblin. I was worried that doing so would cause more tension.
I don't think so. I think you'll be seeing a lot of like the town folk hailing me as we're walking. They'll be like, "Oh, it's Boblin." I'll be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm somewhat of a big deal among common folk.
Every time that happens, she like a little part of her like face twitches.
All right. Well,
That's perfect.
so would I know you?
Yeah, you know of me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you definitely know of me.
Then I'll greet you with a very tired smile.
I will
So
nod my head at you and say, "Hail, how are you doing?"
I'm very tired.
Yes, it's been a long day. The food was excellent, by the way.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I caught it myself
Ooh,
at 4
captures their own food. Don't see that much very often nowadays. Usually they'll just have Dockhand do it for them.
That's something of a de-stressor.
Well, that's good. That's good. So,
How has your
Ouch.
traveling companion been?
Lady Zolrina has been most excellent. Isn't that right, Lady Zolrina?
I actually want to know, is Zolrina like in earshot of this?
Yeah, she said that she's trying to ignore me, so I'm acting this way instead of
Okay,
hailing
so
her.
so you're talking to Boblin with her in earshot. Just wanted to be clear. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
Well, Zolrina, Boblin just said something to you.
What was that? Pardon.
Oh, I was just saying that you've been doing well, haven't you, Lady Zolrina?
As was can be expected given the circumstances. Work proceeds swimmingly.
See, excellent.
With the opening, since she had been trying to conspicuously ignore me, but she said something, I'll compliment her outfit. I love your spectacles.
Thank you. As a drow, I rather need them to be able to function in the daylight, as it were.
I'll awkwardly kick pebbles and continue walking.
This is so. I'm dying inside. So you can just throw your word. Do you know who Abu's character is?
I know that she's like nobility and that within her family she doesn't necessarily have like an important position, so she's trying to prove herself, and she's come to join this guild because she thinks that she's going to be put in some sort of supervisory position, and she thinks that she's going to make a name for herself this way, but she thinks that she's already like very important. think.
Yeah.
You
That's
did
the
miss
gist of
the
it.
part where she's basically the fourth princess of the city.
She is something. She is somebody notable who you would know on like a personal level. Similarly to like if I said, "Oh, that's Oprah," people would be like, "Oh, I know who that is."
That's an interesting name that you pulled there, Lulu.
Nope, don't do it. Don't mention this story. I don't need to tell this story again. Anyways,
I think I need you to.
No, we have better things to talk about. Anyways, yeah. So, you guys continue your extremely awkward walk to the docks, and you kind of arrive there. Onyx Hill has its own kind of like it has two little kind of mini docks that have like a lot of like water wheels and stuff like that. With these very small kind of access docks. One of them is one of the ferry docks, where like one of the ferry system runs. And the rest are kind of like cargo docks to unload supplies. And you kind of tuck in between the alleyways and streets to reach the pier side, which is this kind of big quay that kind of borders the river, which is an enormous river, by the way. You can kind of look across it and you can vaguely see the outlines of the Kowloon style slums on the other side. There's kind of like a slight mist kind of obscuring it. And then you have the enormous looming Pegasus Bridge kind of directly to your right if you're facing the river.
Okay.
Are we like here?
You kind of arrive. Yeah, you're at the scene. There's not much of like a scene, TM. It's not like the police came down and like sketched out an area and have like a whole bunch of people down here investigating it. It's more
She
of
was
like,
a nobody.
this is where they pulled
Nobody's
out the body.
investigating.
Yeah, this is where they found and pulled out her body, and that's about it.
So there's almost nothing left here out of the normal then, besides what you described. It's just the scenery.
You can you can investigate the area. I'm just saying this is what you initially see upon arriving. It's just
Okay.
a quay that's overlooking the water. There are some kind of benches and like a walkway nearby. There are some trees, although they're kind of a little wilted, not really being tended to properly. Some kind of decaying shrubberies. But otherwise,
Are there any dock hands nearby?
They're over by the docks. There are, but currently where you're standing, it's just like a quay that's like basically like a fucking drop into the water. It's like a 20-foot drop into the water.
Okay, so there's no one else around.
There's like the occasional pedestrian that will walk by y'all, but otherwise no.
Okay.
Any blood stains or anything notable of that nature? Any goopified remains or?
Well, considering they drowned, no, there's no bloodstains.
Was it drowned? I thought they were stabbed a bunch and then.
Yes, but they were thrown in the water, and they probably wouldn't have bled after being in the water for a while.
Interesting.
That's a
I was
good
like
question. If you stab a corpse a bunch of time and throw it in the river, and it stays in the river for potentially like hours or even like a full day, would it still like be bleeding?
No, it probably would have bled all out into the water.
No, it would just be bloated
Okay,
full of
that's what I thought.
water.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So it would
Sorry,
be
I thought
slightly
that was the case,
goopified
but I
then.
started doubting myself.
Well, no, not goopified. They'd just still be a corpse. They're just
Yes.
all their blood has been replaced with like water.
Yes.
And so, this is where they pulled out the body.
Correct.
Which is not
This is where
necessarily
they
the
pulled out
scene of
body.
the murder.
Okay.
Correct.
They pulled it up.
You
out of
don't
a
know where
20-foot
the scene
drop?
of the murder is. There's a ladder,
Okay.
and there's like a little shoreline at the bottom of the quay.
I'm
So
not there,
essentially
but
how it
which
happened
direction
was-
does the water flow from? Does it flow from the southwest or the northeast?
it flows in the direction of the west. It flows west.
It flows to our right.
East. What?
No, no, no.
Oh, you're
west
right.
is
Yeah, your
left.
character's right, I guess.
Yes, your character's right, but on the map that we're currently on, it flows to the left.
So she would have been dumped into the water somewhere up the docks, like on the side of
Potentially.
Grubmorn or Gaffwall.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Ladies
potentially.
Lorena, Irene, I believe we should go to the dockside and see if any of the dock hands may know what happened.
I'll
Lead
have
the way.
been crouching over the quay, looking down to see where the
Mhm.
body would have caught if people were gonna pick it up, and also thinking about where.
There's a couple of like kind of like larger stones that are not like fully like boulder sized, but some of them are like sharp, some of them are not, have clearly been like kind of sharpened and washed away with at the time as they were kind of turned washed away by the river. And they're kind of clustered in this like kind of very small beach. Like you could get down there and stand down there pretty comfortably, but the water would be kind of like lapping at your feet.
Alright, I'll stand up quietly and nod to Boblin.
You know, I'm not certain what I was expecting to find here, but she basically says to herself out loud under her breath.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
we found this slip that says, "Hey, I killed him, and here's where I live." Yeah, if you want to go over to the docks, that's totally cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You wander over to the docks. The nearest docks is one of those cargo docks, not the ferry dock. And they're kind of super busy. Like they're constantly moving crates and stuff. There's you see even some like mages have been like hired to help like move like large loads very quickly, as they can like levitate these larger boxes. And it is hustling and bustling with workers here, going back and forth. There are tons of dock workers. There's a few kind of like, what are they called? The like people at the docks who run the docks who like shout at people to work faster.
Barkers?
No, not barkers.
Supervisors?
Like wharf master, like wharf master,
Buttheads?
or not like quartermaster, but
Assholes?
for like a dock. The port authority.
Maybe that's your calling then.
Are you talking about Teamsters?
Oh my god, you guys are demonic.
No, Teamsters. That's
Uh,
like dock workers and people like that.
No, like the people like people like running like the docking offices of like who like run the papers and stuff and make sure.
Dockmaster.
Harbor master.
Harbor Master.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say. Thank you. Yes, you see like a couple like harbor masters who are like, who are kind of working. I guess harbor master is like an office, like people who work at the harbor master who are like shuffling people and organizing them and kind of shouting commands and stuff. What do you want to do?
Well, if Abu and Shika don't have anything they want to do immediately,
Well, I'm gonna walk up to the most important looking person and
Okay.
say, I believe I have business to discuss if you would direct me to the person in charge.
Yeah, you probably would walk up to one of the harbor masters, and they would kind of stop what they're doing, and they would say, "Hey, who are you?"
Goblin, does he truly not know who I am?
They should recognize, well, I mean, at least like facially recognize me, right? I would be fishing here like almost every day.
Yeah, they would probably recognize you.
Would we be on friendly terms? I'd like to
That's up to
pretend and say
you.
that she's with me.
Yeah, if you want to walk up and kind of say, "Oh, she's with me," by all means. I'm not gonna have you roll for this. Yeah, I would say. He says, "Oh, Ari, or is Ariane? How you say?
Yeah,
it?
Ariane.
Ariane. Oh, Ariane. Who's this? Who's this? What's like the word that like sailors use to refer to like a young lady?
Bonnie lass.
Who's this lass?
She's Lady Zalrina. I'll lean a little closer and say, just try to
No,
humor her.
what's she doing here?
She's joined my guild.
I
One
believe a
job.
body was fished out of the river somewhere near here. Is there anybody who knows more about that?
Yeah, I fished it out.
Perfect. When was this again? Reminds me.
It's fucking gross, by the way. It's just fucking bloated and I hated it, but my boss
you
told
say
me don't
it
eat that
was
corpse. It's clogging up the
goopy?
docks. No, it was like bloated and like discolored and cold and wet. You know, like things that come out of the water.
Charming. Do you know where they took this body?
Incinerator, probably. I don't know. What? You thought I was the babysitter for this fucking body?
I thought you would at least know where you delivered this corpse.
I pulled it up out of the water, flopped on the ground, then got back to my job. I don't know what they did with it afterwards.
And who would know? Do you have a supervisor, perhaps?
Fuck. Probably. I mean, look. It wasn't my boss. The boss didn't have anything to do with it. I dragged the corpse onto the ground, out of the water, and then some dudes in like black cloaks with like swan masks came up, picked it up, walked away with it. I didn't give a shit. That's not my job. I don't get paid to ask questions. Do you know where we are? I could get shanked for that.
Until now, I'll have been smiling and quietly laughing at this exchange. But at the mention of the cloaks and swan masks, I'll return to my quiet and tired frown. And, I mean, I won't say anything. I'll
May I
consent
do a
back with my
history
arms
check
crossed.
on the swans?
History check on the swans.
The swan mask dudes.
Or at
I'm
least
trying to
like
think-
common knowledge to see if one does recognize said masks.
Yeah,
I'm just
trying to
think
see if
if
I
you
recognize like
personally-
the outfit.
Oh, I'd like to clarify. I'm not trying to say I recognize them. It just sounds like a noteworthy detail.
Okay.
Oh,
How did you know they were
absolutely.
swans and not geese?
I work on the every day in my life, and you really think I wouldn't be able to tell a swan from a geese? He pulls up his left sleeve, and there's like a beautiful tattoo of a swan, and he says, "This is the swan." And he pulls up his right sleeve, and it's a fucking goose, and he says, "And this is a goose."
Local fucking
I like
goose
this one.
expert.
Guy actually has a master's degree in ornithology.
I don't actually have a response for this.
Look, did the dockhand give his name at all? Or the supervisor? This dude?
He says, "I'm Grunkle."
Grunkle, you must know me. It's Boblin. How's it
He
going?
says, "Yeah, I know you. You some do-gooder."
Yeah, I saved the city.
Yeah, who cares? You know what you haven't saved us from? Crisis depression. That's still going on. What have you done about it, huh? Oh, you're
beating.
serving for nobility now. You've done so much. Oh, my life is so much better.
I would caution you not to speak to my servant in such a matter. Thank you very much.
Oh, whatever.
I kind of just like look at her. It's like that's the first time. Thinking to myself, that's the first time she's defended me from anybody. What? Anyways,
Says, anyway, anything you want anything else from me? Can I get back to work? I'm gonna get my pay dock if I sit here gabbing with you folk.
how much do you get paid?
Well, you don't just ask somebody their wage.
Why not?
That's offensive. It's
How's
private
that
personal information.
Oh, who's to say? Who's to say it's gonna be anything important? Maybe I want to.
Tell me your fucking hip waist ratio. Go ahead, give me the measurements.
22, 17, 22.
I actually didn't expect you to have those on hand. That's very impressive. That's a good ratio.
He's got a cinched waist.
I do.
It's impressive.
Anyways, I
Beautiful
try to
hips.
grease the palms. We'll say maybe you would like to take the rest of the day off.
Well,
Where did you get the funds for
why?
such a thing?
Where did I get the funds?
Are you-
Oh,
are
I
you
always have
trying-
a spare bit of funds trying to, for instances like this
Are-
where I need information.
So as a DM, let me get this clear. Why are you bribing this man? What are you trying to get from him?
I'm trying to get from him the direction of the dudes, like where they went,
I mean,
because
you
he
could just
obviously
ask
saw
him.
them
You
take
haven't
the
even
corpse,
asked.
right?
Yeah, you could just ask.
I could just ask, but like lips tend to be a bit more looser when there's some gold around them.
Yeah, I know. Usually you attempt to ask, and then they say, I'm telling you shit. And then you'd be like, oh, here's some money. And he's like, oh, I'll tell you everything. That's usually the exchange. But if you want to just immediately bribe him, I'm okay with it.
Loose,
How much
loose
you bribe
lips and cinched waist.
Even 1 gold would be more than this man sees in like a year.
Yeah.
Are you
I'll be
saying
like,
this out
Gold
loud
goes a
look.
long way.
character, or-
Take the rest of the year
No,
off.
that
You
was
look
not
like
in
you've had a
character.
rough time. I'm gonna give him 1 gold, and then be like, where did they take the body?
Really?
Yes.
You give him 1 gold, and he says, oh, fucking ability. And he spits. He says, all right, what you want to know.
Which way did they take the corpse?
He says, that way. Probably back to their headquarters over on the other side of town.
Sorry,
Yeah, should do
their
any business with you.
headquarters.
Yeah. I don't know the exact location, but I know they got headquarters on the west side of Onyx Jail.
And who are they precisely?
Probably they're like swans. They got fucking swan masks on, don't they?
Well,
That's true.
they did have swan masks at that, yes.
I gotta point out, like, I'm not there. I gotta point out that this harbor master decided that instead of having to clarify when posed about if it was a goose or not, instead of saying, well, obviously it was the group named after swans, they're gonna be swans, instead shows 2 separate bird tattoos just to make sure
Yes.
there's no guessing it.
Look,
Yeah.
look, if you've got a
Yeah,
tattoo
exactly.
like that, you gotta take every fucking chance you get.
True.
Yeah.
I'm
thought
telling
that
y'all,
was
man,
No,
Magic
no
mythology.
chance he wasn't showing this off.
Yeah,
No
he was
chance
waiting
he
his
wasn't showing
moment.
this off.
That was his chance.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's been waiting for this fucking moment for like 2 months.
Oh,
Jesus
100%. You can see like the ink marks on it. His like skin still red. Anyways,
Would anyone else like to interject?
The Black Swans. This is correct. You said the west side of Onyxdale?
Yeah. Central West, kinda.
What sort of reputation does this organization have? Are they
It depends on who
cremators
you're
or?
asking, ain't it?
Well, I'm asking you. I
Some-
thought.
I mean, you're asking me. I think they're fucking posh twits. Fucking riding on their laurels, thinking they're so high and mighty. Bastards.
Damn.
And I love this guy so much.
Is there anyone you like?
Of course. Oh, look. Audio is excellent. They come around, cook me food. It's the best thing ever. I show them around the dock, give them the best fishing spots. We got things going on. It's mutual understanding. That's the best kind of people. People who understand mutual benefits are what drives this city. If the nobility know that, then maybe they wouldn't be doing what they're doing now, which is driving us into the fucking dirt. Mutual benefits. There's none of that. It's all one side.
Russian national anthem plays.
Can I have had like a snack on me?
Oh, 100%.
I'd like to share it with Grunkle and thank him.
He's made out pretty good. A gold and a snack today. Fuck yeah.
What's the snack?
you.
Describe it to me.
How about a sweet bun?
You just had that in your pocket?
Excellent.
A single
Well, I
fried
have a
shrimp.
Yeah, a single fried
Yeah.
shrimp. I mean, I
Oh,
have
need
a
shrimp fries
bag,
this way?
so
That's gotta be the
Could've put it-
stickiest fucking bag in the world. What the hell?
not if I wrap it in parchment. Well,
Lunar, please somehow open this on your stream, Lunar, because Chocolate just made the best thing ever.
Where am I looking?
Look in the D&D stuff chat.
In Discord. Yeah,
really
open
good.
Let's see what
it
happened.
in your.
That's
Oh, wow,
that's
that's
brilliant.
beautiful.
Hang on.
Oh, it's so good.
Now I have Goose and Swan tattoos.
Classic Grungle.
Fucking
I think-
Grunkle.
I think it's pretty reasonable that I could have it wrapped in parchment. I go fishing a lot. So
Oh, 100%. You can have sweet roll. So the nice thing about sweet rolls is because of the pastry, if you have in like a parchment, the crumbs would be contained in it, and the icing isn't like super like soft and sticky like on like
A donut?
on like a traditional like donut. If the icing was actually like much more stiff because it was designed to be moved around. So you would have this frosting that like looks like it's like dripping down and it's like super drippy, but it's actually like, super solid, and it would take a lot to fuck it up. So I mean, you could totally carry like 100 sweet rolls in Skyrim, no problem. So I feel like you could totally carry a sweet roll. Do it. There,
I should have known better than to question Lulu on food knowledge.
yeah. So yeah, you 100%.
Fucking
give
5-star
it-
chef
and he's
up
like,
in this
oh,
bitch.
holy shit! You didn't have to do this, Ariane.
Thanks for accommodating my companion.
Oh yeah, Eddie, tell him. Look, tell her. You know, I'll tell you to your face. Nobility, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Go tell your fucking ma and your fucking pa that they should get their shit together.
So you do know who I am.
Of course I do. You're some posh twit
Oh.
princess or whatever.
Well, at least you've heard of me.
That's all he's taking away from
Oh.
this. I'm so proud. I'm amazed.
I could have
Um.
him fired and strung up and thrown into the canals, but that's a lot more work than he's worth.
I would like to turn to my companions and ask them if they don't think we should relay the information that we've learned to the rest of the party.
That is an excellent idea. Do you have access to their sending slate addresses?
I scratch my head.
Oh no.
They were last seen at the monastery of Gond. We should meet up and
Do you guys not?
traverse there.
Oh no.
Oh no, you don't have a cell phone?
God, I can't believe you guys don't have the newest iPhone.
Fucking pores.
God, cringe.
Fucking yeah.
Classic let them
These
eat
are the
cake
people
moment.
that I'm working with. What the fuck?
Okay. If anybody had anything they wanted to do in either location, let me know now. Okay, that's a no.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think we're good to
Um,
probably just meet up and sort of relay information and then beat up Swan people.
And we'd
I'll just
probably be
wish
back
leaving
a
the
lot.
monastery or standing right outside of it discussing things by the time the other group comes over.
Yeah, I would say that's fair. Okay. Y'all kind of regroup. I'll change the map. Y'all
Put us
kind of
in,
regroup
coach.
at the front of the monastery.
Oh,
Kind
the
of
dick is still there.
sharing whatever findings you personally wish to. Obviously, you don't have to share anything you don't want to.
I share everything.
So Rita shares everything.
I request a slightly, presumably less biased retelling of this story.
I will retell the story in a
So
less biased
there we
manner.
were, doing our damnedest to the search for even a single clue, but nothing came up. And so we saw fit to trudge our way over to the harbor master's office, where
And while Zilrina's talking, I just imagine while she's literally just gushing poetic, everyone else is just like having a conversation without her.
We're having a huddle with Boblin. I almost said a cuddle. Y'all want to cuddle?
Yeah, I do have a cinched waist.
Get him! Get his ass! Get him!
he's got grabbable hips. Go ahead.
What? What?
What?
Zorina,
That-
I'm
that was
concerned
not
about
in
your
character.
relation with.
That was not in character.
I'm learning I'm learning the deep lore between Boblin and Zolrina. This is now my one true pairing.
I insist and repeat, it was not in character.
It's too late. Fan art is already being drawn.
I ship it. Fuck yes, I ship it. But yeah, y'all kind of regroup and kind of convene on this information, and generally the group consensus is something's going on with these black swans. We need to find out more about them. Generally, kind of the group consensus, unless somebody wants to contradict me and tell me I'm fucking wrong.
No.
You're fucking wrong, but I don't have any reason to say that. I just wanted to say it.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
No, I feel you.
Hostile.
I feel it. Okay, so yeah, you've kind of investigated the two kind of most obvious spaces. Now, where would you like to go?
I say we just go to the
You were
headquarters.
given that you don't know where they are.
I say we just look for the headquarters.
We've been pointed in the general direction.
Would we
You
not
know that the
just
western
assume-
side of town.
Do we not just assume by the fact that the other group had recounted to us about how there was a group of black robed people wearing fucking swan masks, and there's a place called Church of Mask that maybe, just maybe, those might have to do something with each other?
Nah.
Mask is a god, not necessarily like just we fucking love masks here.
Mhm.
Fuck. Can't get me like
Just
that.
Mask is
It's
so
just a
easily
dude
tricked.
sitting at the front who's wearing a mask, and everybody's like, "Dude, that mask is dope."
Yeah, I made myself. This is an arts and craft project.
It's paper mache.
But
But yeah.
okay.
I can provide suggestions if y'all are lost, but otherwise, I kind of want to leave it to y'all to solve this mystery.
Let's solve that mystery.
What's the general time of day?
Getting closer to nighttime, so it's kind of like 5 o'clock.
All right. So we probably don't want to walk to the other side of town unless we want it to be nighttime and still be outside.
There
Other
any
than
taverns?
reconvening back at the base.
I
They do
feel
have
like
taverns.
I feel like if we need to like crack our way into like a secret society / a gang, that's gonna require more preparation than we have done.
We should
So there's-
become criminals.
So there's a little more.
I think, unfortunately, I think looking around near the Church of Mask might be our best bet.
But do we want to do that right now? As it's approaching nighttime.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, snooping around best happens at nighttime.
I mean, yeah, that's why I didn't say that necessarily we want to go back, but we want to make sure that we do want to be out at night.
Do we know that they're like, Naja, did you like convey that they are criminals to us?
Oh yeah, have you relayed that insight or anything from before?
Oh yeah,
I've
the insight
not.
that I personally sent to Naja. Yeah, Naja, do you want to
I've-
share that or not?
I'm trying to think about. Very begrudgingly, I will. very,
Yeah,
very.
because I
very-
DM'd it to you for a reason.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to share it on your behalf, or you can share it yourself, whatever you want to do.
So like, as the group is like trying to decide what our next move is, I'm gonna interject in a moment of silence and sort of like, I think we should look near the Church of Mask, perhaps. I know it's within the area. And given what we've learned thus far, it would be a good place to start.
Given what we've learned thus far.
I think Angus would have, in very short terms, related like the name of the gang that the cleric suspected.
Well, yeah, when
Hmm.
both groups of... I thought that was kind of clear that we had discussed that
Yeah.
in kind of the not
Yeah.
lore, or not RP part.
Okay.
You know there is a group of supposed criminals known as the Blackwater Swans that operates in the west side of town. That is much as group, like, known information that has been shared.
Mm-hmm.
My character with Angus is going to look at Nadja with full earnestness after the suggestion is made that we go to the Swan Church and be like, why?
You're gonna do the fucking like the ooh points fingers together thing at the same time too.
I'm gonna do the thing my
Yeah,
little
why
dude is
go,
doing
Mask,
on the
huh?
screen right now.
Well, how familiar is this group with Mask? I'm like asking.
Not
should
whatsoever.
I roll that?
Y'all, all of you can roll me a religion check.
Okay.
I will elect not to.
I think I don't have to because I think I would just know.
Fuck! Sorry.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to roll.
My
I've worn a mask, Thistle.
Why am I doing so bad?
Okay, hold on here.
I rolled a 2 with an automatic +2.
Oh, fuck yeah! Nat 20!
A 25 from Angus. Angus, you might know math
You know damn
better
well.
than you know God. You might know math better than the God you used to worship. Not gonna lie. Math is kind of this god of like shadows, thievery, intrigue, and is part of like the kind of main Babylonian pantheon. Is very often like
noted with those of ill repute. Interesting lore about the Church of Mass. The church actually used to belong to a different religion that was ousted by the local population because that god no longer suited their beliefs, and it was left emptied, and then the kind of worship of Mass just kind of moved into the church.
Stealing their
Mass is
church
not
even. Good for them.
He literally stole a church. The the followers of Mask are kind of very subtle and quiet about their worship, but it is generally seen as like if you were to go to like a nicer area of town, you'd be like, "Oh, I worship Mask." They'd be like, "Oh, so you're a thief then?" Would be kind of the immediate conversation that would happen. So yeah. Angus, you know this by memory. You know the whole thing. You could give Mask's waist size, like band size. You know it off the top of your head.
I know that.
Why does everything have a waist that we're tying up?
And look. Actually, even animals have like band sizes and waist sizes. So I'm just saying.
This is a building.
Not the building. I'm talking about the god.
Oh.
The building is just like a giant statue of a human being.
Does the building have a
Angus has
grabbable
looked at
waist?
it and done the calculations in his
Doing
mind.
good.
Like,
I'm making shit wrong.
the
I'm
building-
understanding things. Everything's going well for me, man.
Oh my goodness.
so
Whereas I gotta drop out of the campaign like permanently. I think I just died.
so not the moment that you ask if anybody is familiar with Mask, Angus goes on like a hyper focus like word vomit. Like he starts
he's
from the
autistic.
very
He just-
beginnings of the church, before this town was like a city, before the fall of mankind, and just starts
Oh.
chattering.
I guess you're very familiar with Mask then, I suppose.
He catches himself and like turns away. Like, sorry.
I will say.
Did you say he
Boblin
touches
and-
himself?
What?
What?
Did you say he touches himself and turns away?
No.
No.
I don't remember exactly what I said, but it wasn't that.
You said he
It
catches
wasn't
himself.
that.
Oh, he catches himself.
It still
yeah.
sounded like you said
Yeah.
touches.
No.
What is
I
wrong with you?
love anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself.
This group can hear everything. This group knows so much.
Yeah, you're all fucking crushing it. But yeah, I will say, Boblin and Zilrina, you knew some of this, but like it's like Angus is like a fanboy talking to you about like his favorite Oshi, and it's very funny.
Angus had a hyper focus, like deep dive on Mask at one point, just reading books in the library.
Yeah,
It's
hell yeah.
so
I love it.
interesting.
Read a book
Check
by
it out.
by Frederick Knudsen.
Yep. He went down the rabbit hole.
Interesting question. Has Larkin actually learned more about like deities in this world because of Angus's like lore dump?
His first thought immediately when Angus starts like word vomit, when he's nary a word has come from his mouth, Larkin says kind of under his breath, so Turnip can use his words.
Angus
Turn
does
it,
not hear this.
No, of course not.
But yeah, he's kind of beginning to understand that like the various pantheons and deities are like, maybe they were people at one point, but it's not so much the way like worship functions in the Feywilds, where like we have a god and it's like the leader of our court, and we report directly to them.
Just yesterday.
So
Yeah, I played chess with God yesterday. He won. I'm pretty mad about it. Yeah,
I didn't play
awesome.
chess yesterday.
that being said, Naja, I think, was going to make a point and start talking. So, Naja, go ahead.
I'm a little stun locked right now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, the group of interest that Gith about is connected to criminal networking, and unfortunately, I might be able to find people who could get us connected to the group we are looking for. And our best place to start, unfortunately, is the Church of Mask.
All right, let's go.
Awesome. So I will say one thing before. Very sadly, I made the map for the Church of Mask because I was like, oh, they'll definitely go here. The map is corrupted and isn't working. So I'm
Just
crying.
take a picture of it.
Theater of the mind.
No, as in the map. The picture doesn't open.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's very sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very sad.
Just
Yeah,
mirror the
so
last
I'm
church we
throwing-
went to.
Just flip it. Just flip it around. I mean, this is a much smaller church, but so yeah. Y'all kind of venture your way over there. It's getting later in the day as you as you arrive. Kind of. So let's move y'all over there. It's getting later in the day. The sun has set, but it's not like fully at nighttime yet. The streets are a lot less busy now. And I will say that the sharper of you, I don't know if anybody wants to roll this or not, but the sharpest among you have probably noticed that shadier people have started coming out and like doing things that they were not doing during daytime.
Doing things.
Okay, I'm gonna gather the group up for a second.
Everyone huddle.
For a
Everyone
second.
huddle around her.
Uh,
Get in here, Angus.
Now, I know a lot of us are not familiar with dealing with others who partake in thievery, is how I shall put this.
You could have stopped at. A lot of us aren't familiar with dealing with others.
When you pulled us in, by the way, Larkin is absolutely hover-handing you right now.
Doing his best not to grab that juicy dumper again.
Oh my god.
You asked for his attention, so he's giving you his attention.
Now, I'm not saying this for your benefit, but rather because it would be embarrassing for me for my companions to be robbed. So keep lookout for your coin purses and all of your other objects. Okay.
Mm.
Don't worry, I'm poor.
I shake my head.
I appreciate.
Uh,
I appreciate your candor.
Larkin reaches to his side and pulls out like a small bag, and you hear like the clatter of something in it. It doesn't quite sound like coin to you. And then he tucks it like under his like chainmail, and loops the drawstring around his neck.
Are y'all walking up to the church?
I think Shika, I thought I heard you want to like say something.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say that I would be looking at the darkening sky with a slack-jawed stare, thinking about how I'm going to be even more tired tomorrow.
Okay. Who is leading the charge as you approach the church?
Okay, before we even approach, I'm putting my hood up my mask on, my little like handkerchief tied around my like obscuring like the lower half of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For necessity reasons, Angus has similar type arrangement, and he sees Nadja put it on and does the same.
I'm gonna take it a step further, and I would like to do stealth check.
Stealth
When
check?
in
For
Rome.
what?
Yeah,
Who were...
or stealth roll. Sorry,
Stealth-
I want to be stealthy.
So
It's nighttime, so I want to like
how's
kind of like go into the shadows and like.
how stealth works is usually it is used to avoid the passive perception of enemies in order to get past them. Are you currently trying to because you can't just roll stealth and be like, oh yeah, that's good enough, because it's not like you're just rolling to see how stealthy you are. Stealth rolls work where you are rolling against someone's initially their passive perception, and then if you fail it, you then roll against their active perception check as they start to look for you. Nobody's necessarily like looking for you, and you're not necessarily trying to avoid being seen by anyone, I don't think. So I'm not sure how a stealth roll would be warranted here.
Oh, in case I want to stab somebody, I want my sneak attack.
You just get sneak
Oh!
attack when you have advantage on someone.
Like a W.
Yeah, you have also you have cunning actions, so you can sneak. You can roll stealth at the start of every one of your attacks.
I mean, I suppose.
That's how rogue works.
I've never played it like that.
So how it's supposed to work is you have cunning actions, which one of the most common uses for rogues in combat is to walk up to somebody, use cunning action to go into stealth, which doesn't burn your actual action, and then make an attack, which will then give you the sneak attack bonus.
That makes a lot more sense.
That's why you have cunning actions. Is largely for that, and also for the other two things, which are
I
far more
usually just
situational. Cunning actions would be.
I usually just dashed with it.
Yeah, you can use that too.
Okay.
But yeah,
I don't have a
yeah.
disguise, so I guess I just did hang out then.
Yeah. Who is in front leading the group?
It's
This is very
it's
important.
me.
It's you. Okay.
It's me.
That was very important. If it was anyone other than you, this would have gone very differently.
I do my best to obscure myself as much as possible. I don't think my family would appreciate it if I was seen here.
So you approach the front, and unlike the monastery, which was like very official, there were like big guards. There's one guy with like a mask pulled up on his face, and you can barely see his eyes. And he has his hood up, and he's kind of leaning against the wall, kind of twirling a knife through his finger, like kind of like twirling it between his fingers, just kind of idly. And he kind of side eyes you as you approach, and he says, "Welcome. What can I do for you?"
We're just here for worship. I mean,
Worship.
no, we're not. You know we're not, but like, you're gonna let us in anyway, right? Like,
Well, I'd be inclined to let you in, but some of your friends are a lot less trustworthy looking. I think I'd have to. Yeah, he kind of tosses the knife and cashes it, and he says, "I think I'd have to frisk him just to make sure, you know."
I'm gonna bring him to the side for a second.
Uh-huh.
I wanna like. Buddy, buddy, if it was any other day, I would even help you. But it's been a long day for me. it's been a long day. Do you, like,
Do you,
I can give
do
you
wanna roll-
information on some other stuff if that's like I'm just trying to get in. I just Listen, if you want to exchange any kinds of goods to let these guys in, I do not care right now.
Bold.
Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage.
She has the weird girl riz.
Like the best kind.
He nods and he says, "Fine. I mean, honestly, I don't want to touch him anyways."
Yeah,
And even though
they're
he's wearing a
pretty
mask,
gross.
you can tell he's like sneering a little bit. His eyes fully locked on Zilverina when he says that. And he leans in and whispers to you. He says, I want to know if she's here though. I'll let you in if you tell me."
I'm gonna whisper to him so that way the other party members can't hear.
Mhm.
No.
You could also thieves can't to him.
Oh, I can. That's right. Can I DM you what I say,
Yes.
or do you want me to whisper in the
Just DM it
roll
to me.
20? Just DM
Just
it.
DM it to me. Yeah.
Well, I
Can I
think
make
that
can I make a
can.
perception?
Do you know thieves?
You want to make a
can't?
perception to see if you.
I'm a
Oh,
rogue.
you do know thieves can't. You want to make a perception to see if you can see it? Sure.
Yes.
I will say that you're going to make an active contest against Bim's sleight of hand. So roll perception, and Bim, I want you to roll sleight of hand.
Okay. Let me.
SM11. Yeah, Bim wins. You don't notice this.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and message it to me, Bim. How's your day, everyone? How are you doing?
It's going good.
I woke up like when I joined, so
My nap was nice, yeah.
yeah. How was the sandwich?
Yeah, I would nap pretty hard.
I also woke up just before this.
I'm recovering from a migraine.
Oh,
That
no.
sucks. I'm sorry, Chocolate. Migraines are the worst.
As
Hee hee,
opposed
it
to your
lasted
grain?
2 days. Tee hee.
Listen here, you little shit.
What?
Shakes you, shakes you, shakes you.
Did you not? Did you not hear? Did you not hear Taika say your grain?
Ah.
Am I the only person whose character didn't like try to obscure themselves in any way when they came in here?
No, I didn't.
Angus.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
Okay.
Angus is not obscuring himself in the sense of hiding in the shadows. Angus is probably not even standing near the party. He is busily trying to look unassumingly suspicious in the way that a person walking around at this time of day does.
Ah, act natural, I see.
Yeah. And this may be one of the very few, like, social acts that Angus is good at out of necessity.
Because Larkin's
Inside or
still...
outside right now?
We're still outside.
Okay, just checking.
Larkin's still wearing his big shiny diadem and no hood, no mask.
Actually, Angus has pulled out a tin cup and is begging on the side of the street.
Second
Oh.
nature.
Is
So proud of
this
this
the sort
child.
company I keep now.
What?
That's what I communicate.
Okay, he's gonna see if he can get something back to you.
I'm telling y'all, they say the thieves can't, but I think they can.
Don't stop. I've heard that so often.
Don't
Please.
stop? Okay, well, I guess I won't.
Yamete.
Yummy.
Stop, I'm already dead.
Suspicious conversation.
Well, it's between two rogues, so yes. It's always a suspicious
So-
conversation.
Thieves' Cant is also it works in two ways. One, it's almost like it almost functions as like a sign language, but it's also extremely fast, and also it works as a written language where it's like extremely kind of like vague descriptions of things that even if you know Thieves' Cant, if you don't understand why it's being said,
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
like if you don't have the context for it, it wouldn't make sense.
It's a lot like the hobo signs in the
Yes.
States, which is really interesting.
Yeah, the little symbols on the
What?
side of the road.
There are
Oh.
like signs and like symbols and symbolism that is used as part of like the hobo in the sense of like people who like hitch rides on trains and stuff.
Hitchhiker.
Well, but not specifically hitchhikers, like literally people who
No.
don't have homes. Like,
Yeah, true hobos, like people who actually will get onto a train illegally, like a freight train, and like hitch it to go to a different city.
yeah, and there's like widely accepted like symbology that they use to like confer if like somewhere is safe for them to stay, if they can get meals, if like security is light for like travel, things like that. It's very interesting. I would definitely recommend looking into it if it interests you.
Yeah, I've never heard about those signs before.
Yeah,
I-
those are pretty cool.
I don't know if it's like alive and well as a practice now, but it's very, very common back in the day.
I don't even know how much hoboing is alive and well as a practice. I know people still do it, but
It's interesting. I'd love to pick
This
someone's brain
exchange
about
is
that.
very amazing, Lulu. Thank you. This is
Yep. Naja, he gives you a nod and kind of like a thumbs up in like Thieves' Cant almost. Like
Mhm.
without actually nodding or giving you
I
a thumbs
feel
up, but like you
like
get the
I'm in
impression.
danger.
He kind of steps aside and opens the door and he says, "After you."
okay. We go in.
And yeah, as each of you pass, he kind of evaluates each of you and kind of gives Zolrita the stink eye.
I'm gonna
See,
evaluate him back.
Sigrun climbs up the stairs with his crook staff and like clearly shows that he's like visibly vulnerable, but still like conveys that he has enough like capability. So like he's just kind of he's expressing that he's peaceful in a way. And that he's not necessarily a threat.
I guess.
Angus
A
is
thieves'
minding his
favorite
business.
prey.
A thief's favorite what?
Prey.
But also like the eyes of like, I'm aware. So it's kind of don't hurt me, please.
Okay, you all enter the church without being harassed in any way whatsoever. Naja's leading the way, and you kind of step in the church. The church is very dimly lit. The windows are all kind of like shuttered, closed, and like barred on the inside. And these bars were clearly like added like after the church was made. There's like no decorations at all except for like a single like altar, and at the very end of the altar is very unlike other altars you've seen. It's not like this like standard place of worship. It's essentially a wooden table with a single candle lit in the center, and then a ton of like daggers stabbed into the table. And kind of
on closer inspection, you can see that like each of the daggers has like the name of someone, probably or like their alias who's like stabbed the table, almost in like reverence.
I was gonna ask if I could roll like a check to see if like I would know any of the names on the table. Like, would that
History
be
with advantage?
Would that be like perception or history?
History with advantage.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you absolutely recognize several of these names. A couple of them were even like former guildmates. One of them in particular sticks out to you as someone you encountered in one of your past jobs. That was kind of in opposition to you. It wasn't like someone you had to like kill, but was like someone who was like in very clear opposition to you. That was kind of working against you, and the name is Pandalore, and I will type that out for you.
Oh, I got it way
He was
wrong.
this kind of, yeah,
Pandalore.
Pandalore. And he was a wood elf that was acting as kind of like a smuggler, and you were in direct opposition of the goods he was smuggling.
Does this seem to be a place of genuine worship based on what I know about Mask, or is this more of like a Church of Mask as a front for a thieves guild?
Roll perception for me real quick.
You get another 20, I swear to God.
19.
You
Nearly.
son of a bitch, you almost got it.
You get the sense that it's probably both.
Okay, being that it is genuinely a place of worship, I'm going to make whatever would be a respectful donation for a poor person to give to Mask at the, like, whatever counts for an altar in this building.
So you would understand something that would be of a respectful donation to the Church of Mask would be something you have taken from someone else.
Oh,
Either by hook, by crook, by persuasion, something you have taken from someone else.
Virtually everything that I own.
So what do you give?
Oh, what do I give? What do I have?
They accept holes.
I'm going to take.
Take.
Sorry, I mean like take out. This seems appropriate. I'm gonna take out my crowbar, which was stolen from a dock worker. And place
Was it stolen from Grunkle?
It was not stolen from Grunkle. I would never.
Not from Grunkle.
I might.
I fucking love me some Grunkle. You set this down, and you feel very good about yourself, which is, I think, a little more than you normally would.
At all. Cool.
Like,
was this form of like worship or offering conveyed in your info dump?
Probably not. I think that the way that my character thinks, like Angus would have started with history.
Yeah.
But
you probably know more about the history.
Yeah, he's not altogether inconspicuous about what he's doing, though. Like, he's not trying to hide the fact that he's doing it. He just walks up to the altar, pulls out a crowbar, and thunks it down, and then walks away.
Larkin gives him a quizzical look.
Okay.
Um,
But I actually haven't like described any of the people in here. If you wanted me to
Sorry.
do that.
yeah. Good. Go ahead.
No, you're.
Sorry,
I
was under the
I
impression
loved
that no
what
one
you
is
just
in
did.
here, that this was a newly, once again, abandoned church, and we are taking it over.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you guys took it over. It's your place now.
as the
Uh,
group is like starting to sort of like not really split apart, but like look around, right? I huddle them back
Uh-huh.
together again for another quick conversation.
Are we inside now?
Good.
I will
With
say
you?
before
close
you
back up?
before you do that, there is no like leader here. There's no like clear
Mhm.
like head of the clergy or anything like that. There are several people with their masks on, who also have like eye masks, and who are a couple of them are like talking to each other in the corner. And then there are a few of them that are just kind of leaning against the wall. Some of them are like kind of leafing through like these like ledgers and stuff. Yes, the sleep masks. They're all sleeping. They're all asleep.
I wanted to
Honk
comment
shoe,
on
honk
it, but I
shoe.
didn't want to interrupt you.
No, it's so good. I love it. Um. So yeah. There's nobody like in particular to talk to, but there are definitely like people you can talk
Mhm.
to.
Okay, I'm still gonna gather my boys up again. I'm gonna gather them up
Okay.
again.
Go ahead.
Are these eye masks swan masks, or are they just masks?
They're just masks. They're
Okay.
They're just masks. I would have A, had you roll perception for that, and B, would have told you.
So
okay. Okay. Now, I know I had a conversation with you all outside. However, there are some rules to being in here. Okay? I was able to get you in. Now I need you to follow these very loose rules. I shouldn't say loose. You guys will take that literally. These very strict rules. Do not be overly friendly with everyone here. And do not leave Zolrina alone. Kind of like look at Boblin as I'm saying that, hoping he understands the implication of why I'm saying that.
I look back at you and nod.
Did you say that like so that I could hear it too, or?
Yes.
I assure you, I can. She doesn't even believe it when she says it.
Angus looks Zolrina dead in the eye, waits for a long, heavy moment, and then goes boom.
She fucking jumps and like points at you, and like a chilling touch starts building at her fingertip.
Now, all of you, I am going to talk to people, try and get some information. I don't know how good any of you would fare doing that in this environment, to be frank. But my one rule is do not leave Zolrina alone under any circumstances at all. Keep her within your sight. And my second rule, I lied, there's more than one rule, is make sure to not be overly familiar with anyone here because they are not your friends.
No, Jordan already said that.
I did?
Said do not be overly friendly with people, and do not leave Zolrina alone.
Okay, I'm just reiterating because it's very important.
I'm feeling strangely targeted here.
That's because you are.
Does that make them our enemies?
Not enemies, more like the in-between of friend and foe, perhaps, is what I would describe it.
There are
Like-
people who could easily become either, and being friendly will not help us become friends with them.
As I understand it, you talk a lot about transactions. These people are not the type for fair transactions. To put it into words better.
The kind who take but do not give.
Precisely.
Yes, but through trickery and stealth.
Yes. Through deceit.
I'll shuffle through my bag.
I'm beginning to
One of
question
my-
why I came here.
One of my things that I can make is like a smoke bomb. I'll awkwardly pull one out and quietly try to offer it to Nadja, saying that it's a smoke bomb, and I don't know if this will help you. But
I'm not worried
you
about
could try
me.
sneaking in.
I'm more worried about all of you, to be frank.
I have more.
What the hell? I'll take one.
Mark that down in your inventory.
I'll
Yeah, I
take this
should have
moment
3, so I'll
to.
have 2 left.
I'll take this moment to say, I'm gonna kind of like start with Nadja, but I want each of you to kind of give me a general idea of how you're behaving and what you're doing in here. Nadja, before you, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask what you're going to do, and then I'm gonna ask everyone else. So Nadja, what are you doing?
I'm going to approach one of the people kind of like leaning against the wall, kind of like someone who's alone right now. I don't want to interject anyone who's in any sort of conversation already.
Gotcha. Yeah, you see someone like that. You see kind of a taller, kind of more built man leaning against the wall. He's kind of just almost like thinking to himself, and he doesn't seem to notice you initially as you approach. Okay. Siren, what are you doing?
I'd probably take like a quick look around and see if there's anyone who looks a little out of shape. And sit in like on a bench or on a seat, not necessarily like next to them, but like near enough that they'd be able to see me.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Because I do look, I have cleric-y aspects about me.
Gotcha. Okay, I can see the angle. Ariane, what are you doing?
Irian, you mean?
You good?
Isn't it Ariane?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
How do we correctly pronounce your name?
Oh, yeah, it's Irian.
Irian.
Oh, Irian. Okay, Irian, what are you doing right now?
I would be standing around awkwardly.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. Larkin, what are you doing?
So after being sort of given this kind of not a pep talk, but sort of directive, right? Larkin has become hyper aware, and he is as like nonchalantly as he can checking each and every person he sees. He starts by looking at their hip, then their hands, and then towards like their face, trying to like see if their eyes or mouth are uncovered, trying to like piece together features to see that if anyone wrongs him today, that there will be consequences.
Okay. Angus, what are you doing?
Angus is going to. Is there seating space, like chairs in the room?
Yes, there are pews, although they're kind of scattered and not like organized towards like the front.
Okay.
They're kind of haphazardly strewn about.
Is there one that's like in a corner?
Yes.
So he's going to sit in a pew that has basically full view of the room.
Okay.
But essentially make himself small.
Okay.
Like, basically, he's aware that he's not a usual person here and that he's not the main attraction, and so he's just going to kind of curl up.
Gotcha. Boblin.
I am going to sit in a chair, kind of like kick one foot up, and do like knife tricks with the dagger, like kind of just like play around with it in my hand, while keeping like
Mm-hmm.
a stern eye on Zolrina.
Excellent. Zulrina, what are you doing? I'm so curious.
Trying my very best not to do anything that would bring shame on my family.
What does that mean?
What does that mean in the context of being in this building?
Yeah, wouldn't it being
It
in this
means
building at
I
all be,
shouldn't actually even be here, and I don't know why I tagged along, so I'm standing very still, like I'm in a fucking T-Rex
Just-
hutch, trying not to get eaten.
So you are standing still in the center of the room, trying not to get
Oh.
eaten.
I'm gonna walk up to Zolrina, mind you, still fully dressed as a beggar, grab her sleeve and drag her to the corner of the room in a sort of like polite but insistent way, like sit.
She shoots him a dirty look, but in her head, she's like, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here, so she just follows along in this case.
Why don't you just wait outside?
Can I
That's
still
worse.
see
That
Nacho?
actually might be more dangerous.
Yeah, I was about to say no safer there than here.
Because
You're in the lion's den, at least you can see the lions, damn.
Okay, Nanta, you approach this man. He looks up and at you and he says, "Well, what can I do for you, sister?"
Well, I'm hoping you could help me with some information.
He chuckles and he says, "You know how it works." Hello?
I'm trying to think about my plan. I'm trying to think.
why are we alarming?
Oh.
Chocolate.
Are you
Chocolate, what are you doing?
Are you setting an alarm on me?
What?
I'm so confused.
Wait,
Mr. Crookshank, explain yourself.
Chocolate, what's happening?
Angus.
Chocolate, you're muted.
Angus, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I keep doing. I was I was just passively looking through my spells, and forgot that if I press a certain button, which is not very obviously a "Hey, share this" thing, that it will share this. And I was like, why isn't it showing me what the spell does?
I thought
Oh, it
you
is.
were
This
This is
casting
also
an
showing up
alarm.
every single one of them.
No, I just
Alarm!
have.
I honestly thought you were. I thought you were also doing that, and I was like, "Oh my god."
I just have ADHD. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
How do I hide these stupid messages? I can't.
You could try 5e tools.
I just want to make the messages go away now that I've posted them.
I don't think you can. Those are there
That's-
now.
That's really annoying.
Let me just keep doing rolls.
Both.
Can do it.
Oh
you
yeah,
can
one of my
make a
fake
save.
rolls is a fucking 25. Okay.
I have a question, Lulu, and this will determine what I do. How hot is this guy's voice?
Oh my
There we
god.
go. Scale of 1 to 10.
He's kind of. he has kind of like a deep, like raspy voice. You could tell he's like in his 30s. He's a human.
Okay.
You know what's hilarious?
Is
I'm
he
using these
peggable?
NPC generators, and the
Chocolate,
race is
it's already
random.
out of the
It
way.
has-
What are you doing?
It has been human like every single time. I don't understand. I would give his like voice alone, like a solid like 8 out of 10.
Oh no.
You've accidentally created a monster here, Lulu.
Like, he has this kind of like deep of raspy voice.
Naja is already tweeting about this.
He is.
No,
he,
don't
he
you
is
start
also. If
tweeting.
you want to know, how tall
Okay.
he is 6'3".
That's exactly like a foot. this
6 of them.
this is my saw trap.
Oh, I also have his orientation and relationship status as well.
What is it?
That's what
What
this
is it?
generator gives me. Oh, who knows?
I'm sorry.
What do you
Wait,
mean
real
who
quick.
knows?
Oh, I thought you were gonna present it, and I was like, real quick, does Nadia know this person, or is Nadia just getting all of the vibes?
Not just getting the vibes about. I mean, you can tell how tall he is just by looking at him, and you can tell he
I
has a
meant
nice
like
voice.
you
'cause he just
you're
spoke.
about to offer
Okay.
orientation, and I'm like,
No,
oh no.
that's why I didn't offer it. If you want it, I can give it to you.
I would like to know.
Poor.
Roll insight.
Rolling an insight to clock him, is that what you're saying?
Roll for Gator.
Yes, I'm
Insight
literally
four.
telling you to roll on your gaydar. Go ahead, roll on your gaydar. See if he's gay.
Oh, this is so bad for me.
Oh.
Oh!
Angus, as an
Um,
artificer, pulls out his physical gaydar.
This is so bad. This could go so bad.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's a fairy in the room.
Lulu,
You
take
are-
pity on Bim.
You are convinced that he is whatever you want him to be.
Oh boy.
no.
The dark urge is whispering in Bim's mind right now.
I'm fighting demons in my head right now. None of you know.
Can I roll insight to try
Is
to
everyone
observe
gonna try to-
Naja's
I thought you were also gonna try
apprehension?
to clock him.
No, no.
I don't like this man o'clock.
I just want to see if I can tell him you're being apprehensive.
Jarvis, destroy this man's clock.
Oh my god.
yeah.
So glad.
Go ahead and roll insight, but like I don't know what you're rolling against because the problem with rolling against players is always so complicated because do the players want you to know? If so,
I don't think it's like
I just
don't think
wanna-
it's like very hidden that
I
like
just wanna
Nadia
try
is
to tell.
very
I-
attracted to this individual.
I don't think there's a role here. Naja, are you
Okay.
being subtle about this?
No.
Okay.
Okay, you're not being subtle. Then, Irian, you can tell.
Okay.
Did you see what Chocolate said, Lulu?
Yes, I don't get it.
Because it's getting humid.
Getting hot in here, you know.
Getting warm,
Oh,
getting
thank
sticky.
you, thank you.
Lulu's
Thank you.
brain
Okay,
is
now I
slow
get it.
sometimes, bless her heart.
I'm slow on like really weird things that don't make sense to be slow on.
I'll just slightly shift my weight so that it's not set and my stance isn't too wide or narrow, but try not to stand in like a like a combat stance. I would just
So you're
wanna
trying to
stay
seem
light and
chill.
happy. I'm gonna stop being as chill. I'm gonna stand up a
Okay.
little bit more straight.
So
and
I-
you're
I
getting ready
I think-
for...
I'm getting
fight?
ready to move, yeah.
I think Nadja is like really debating this. So the next thing that's going to happen. Normally, only Zilrina would hear this, and it is going to be only Zilrina hearing this. But I think it would be hilarious if everyone else heard what I'm about to do with Abby. So
Oh, no.
I'm gonna do
What
that.
are you about to do with me?
So
Oh,
Zolrina, you're sitting down with Angus, minding your own business, trying your best not to look inconspicuous, even though you're doing a shit job. And
Can I roll on being
kind of-
inconspicuous?
Oh, hello.
Oh, welcome, Raiders.
Jeez. Hello, Dorktails. Welcome.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Thank you for the raid.
Welcome
I'll give you a
in.
shout out really quick.
Damn.
You sorry, give it a sec. Okay. As you were just sitting there with Angus, minding your own business, you don't get to roll because you're you.
That's feels
on being
targeted, but go
inconspicuous
on.
because. Okay, tell me, has Lorena ever in a day of her life been inconspicuous? What you are wearing makes it impossible for you to be inconspicuous.
Listen.
We're listening.
I mean, you can roll, but I'm gonna make the DC like 30.
Continue.
So you're sitting here, you're minding your own business, trying your best, obeying everyone, not making it, a big scene of things, and you hear a sultry kind of seductive whisper in your mind that says, well, what do we have here?
Detect magic.
You cast detect magic?
Yes.
Do you cast it as a ritual, or do you actually cast it?
I
Because
actually
I don't know
cast
you have it prepared.
I have it prepared.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Fuck yeah. You do that. You cast detect magic. And this actually has a verbal component, which would mean you would have to say out loud that you are casting this spell.
I whisper naturally.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
this could go so bad.
Nat 20.
Oh,
That's a nat 20. Yeah. Nobody notices you casting this spell.
I'm so good at magic, dog.
You're
I'm
so
just-
good at magic.
Dog.
I'm just
Um,
waiting for things to break bad.
You see kind of a lithe cloaked figure kind of slightly hidden behind the altar, glow with, well, hang on, actually that's a really good interesting question. If something has innate telepathy, is that magic?
I would think so, right?
I don't think
Yeah.
so. If it's innate,
It
might not.
depends on the
be.
nature of the telepathy. If it's like a mind
Like, if
flayer,
it's racial.
no.
If it's a mind flayer would not ping it, but like maybe a Githzerai would probably not ping it either.
I think the long and the short of it is your choice, Lulu.
Okay. Then in that case, I think what I'm going to do is kind of go in the middle here. You get a vague inkling that there is magic happening. You don't get a direction for it. But you get the sense that something's going on here. Do you respond to the voice?
I am unused to intruders in my mind. To what do I owe the pleasure, and to whom?
She giggles and she says, I don't think it's a right time to introduce myself by name, but if you must call me something, you can call me the Whisper.
Subtle.
Finally, someone fucking gets it.
She says, I can't help but notice that you're a little out of place, and I'm simply deathly curious.
Oh, don't keep me in the dark. Continue.
No, No, you absolute simpleton. I'm curious as to why you're here. Someone of your stature doesn't exactly belong in this area.
I'm here for business, if you must know. My associates here
Business?
are doing business on my behalf, and I am doing my best to stay out
didn't-
of their way.
I hadn't the faintest idea that princesses of high noble society had anything to do with our kind, business or otherwise. Surely you have people to do it for you.
And they're doing it, are they not?
Yes, but they don't tend to be doing it while you're in earshot, when you could potentially just do it yourself. Usually you're sitting cozy, lovely tea party, enjoying yourself, luxuriating, and just having a wonderful time.
Oh, I'm having a wonderful time. Couldn't you tell?
I could tell that you were less than enjoying yourself, but if that's how you describe a wonderful time.
I am sensing something in that last statement, and I'm choosing not to address it.
How very diplomatic of you. Well, I have a proposition of sorts.
That's what I was afraid of. Continue.
She giggles. She says, "Well, I can't help but I think anyone would be strangely perturbed to find a princess of the kingdom here in this side of town. I know that one of the nobility families would love to have someone like you at their beck and call, don't you think?"
Ah, a favor for a favor. This I understand.
Mm-hmm. I won't sell you out to the people you don't want to know if you do a slight favor for me.
And what is the nature of this favor?
Oh, I will be in contact with you later to tell you.
Also, I can't help but notice your wording. You won't sell me out to the people that I don't want to know about this. Could you be more precise with your wording?
She kind of whispers something into your mind. And it's a name that you very well recognize, that I'm not going to say.
Am I gonna get it DM'd?
I will DM to you what the name is,
Yes.
real quick.
This is a really long name.
I think it's
Got
also
hella letters
contact.
in it.
Hello, Ayo. She's still going. She's still fucking going.
My
There you
nose
go.
is getting drippy.
Oh,
Good.
I see.
Hmm.
I see.
Oh.
But what were you doing at the Devil's Sacrament?
There you go. There's something else for you.
Oh no. Oh, double no.
Oh no.
But yeah,
I'm
so
listening
she says this.
intently.
She chuckles and she says, "Well, I'll get in contact with you later. How does that sound?"
just peachy. It was lovely to make your acquaintance.
Yours as well, Serena.
I assume you have
And then
access
you hear
to my
like
sending
you hear
slip?
like the Discord disconnect sound in your mic.
Bitch hung up on
Wait,
me.
hang on. I think I. Oh yeah, thank you. Someone did it on my soundboard for me. Oh no, someone just left.
Quirky.
Because
we
I just
go.
have that as a soundboard. Yeah, you hear that in your mind. Yeah. So, anyways, Naja, I hope I've given you enough time to conjure a plan.
No thoughts, just moisture.
So I'm gonna look to him and be like,
Filling
"Well, are
any
you
holes
looking-"
later.
I'm trying to be normal, please. I'm gonna look to him and I'm gonna say, "Are we talking information for information, information for goods, or sort of like hinting?"
How do you
Yeah.
hint it? I want to know.
Information for
How do you hint it?
favors,
A
waggle
gesture,
waggle.
a gesture, like do you tug at your collar? Like, how do you hint it? I want to know.
Tugging at
Thieves'
my
Camp
collar
for
very
Bone Zone.
subtly and very tastefully.
How do you
Very
sign
tastefully.
dome in Thieves' Camp?
No.
I think you know exactly how you signed that.
Okay, I have
You just
I have
glanced
added
down
into my
what it's
notes.
like.
I have added into my notes the name of this guy and then the sexy thief is what I have added. I'm trying to decide, like,
It's tough, isn't it?
Ha-
It's tough.
it's tough because I don't know how he reciprocates.
Roll a dice.
Cause like, roll a dice? No. I'm trying to think of like, in this specific exchange, how he would clue in that he's like interested without making it creepy.
Tilting his head and
You can't see his face.
yeah, but Bim would know.
I would know.
Yeah, he gives you the Ikemen head tilt, and that's all you need, really. He chuckles and he says, "Well, that's an enticing offer. What is it that you want in exchange for something like that?"
Oh, it's free.
It's free.
On the house.
Don't say on the
On the
house
house
in
cli-
reference to that.
I'll take a.
I'm the house.
On the house hand holding? Ooh.
Oh boy.
That's you can't do that. That's very it's
But yeah, no, he's responding. He wants to know.
Well, I was wondering if you had information on I'm trying to remember the name.
Blackwater
I should-
swans.
Blackwater Swans? Is that
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
it? Okay. I was wondering if you had information on the Blackwater Swans. I heard that they have some. I don't know if power or grip is the right word to use in this instance, but they have some amount of control over the west side over here.
Definitely grip.
You're thinking about his power and grip, huh?
Gamers, we can't keep doing this.
roll
I'm getting
me,
tired. I'm getting so eepy.
roll a d20. No bonuses, just flat d20. Just roll a d20. There's a little dice on the left you can click, and then you can just click on d20.
Oh, I
Just
see.
roll
I
it for
see.
me, please.
Dice on the left.
Oh, awesome.
Okay. Okay. So God, how do I play this? He kind of leans in and he says, "Well, seeing as you're in the wrong side of town for that kind of question, I'll make you a deal. You give me the payment first, whatever it may be, and I'll give you exactly what you need to know."
I'm not interested in being here for the next 6 hours.
Nadja turns
6
around
hours?
Like,
What?
y'all can go. I'll see you tomorrow.
6 hours?
Yeah.
What
6
does his
hours, that's
mask
pretty
look like,
long.
Lulu?
What?
What does his
I thought
mask
you
look
said
like?
his masked.
That too.
I also thought you said mask too. I thought that as well.
You're just getting fucking
They
late.
drew it on the map earlier. Didn't you see it? Like,
His mask has
Strangers.
kind of like these like vines that are like gilded on the mask. It's like a black mask with like kind of red gilded like swirls and symbols that are like very like nature like in kind of like all over his mask, like vines and leaves and stuff.
Eye holes or blank?
Eye holes.
Any other holes?
Yeah,
Just
he
a
has
couple.
he has a hole in his mask for his dick. Is that what you want to know?
For his dick?
Whoa, that comes out of his face?
No, I was thinking flexibility.
Yeah, no, he's currently like curled up so that his crotch is right next to his
He cast polymorph penis.
Oh my
oh
god.
boy.
Hey, this
What is happening?
he does have not that you can see, he does have like deep red eyes.
Okay.
Like, has like irises, or he's like really stoned.
No, like his irises are red.
Okay.
And his sclera are black.
I'm gonna ask him, what do you mean by wrong side of town?
He says, "Well, I can consider that part of our exchange. That little tidbit of information." the literal audible ... I'm getting right now is very amusing to me.
Because I'm like pissed. so
What are you pissed about? Anything I can do to help as a DM?
it's not. It's okay.
Are you
I'm
pissed that he's too
I'm gonna look
sexy?
to him and be like, can you give me a moment? Just a moment. I will be right back.
Okay. He nods and says, "Sure."
Okay. I gotta gather my boys up again.
Okay.
Your testicles?
No.
Gathering up the
Okay,
boys.
so Zolrina, by the way, have you shared what happened with you at all?
Not even a little bit.
Excellent. Okay, everybody gathers up. What do you say, Nasha, to your crew?
Okay. So, I might be able to gather information. I'm not sure exactly if this information will be of use to us yet. However, in order for me to do this, I must warn you all, I may not return to the guild tonight.
Oh, you're going to be doing information collecting out late. That is admirable. of you.
Angus snorts accidentally a little bit more loudly than he intended to.
Is something amusing, Angus?
Yes?
Yes.
Can I ask what it is?
Do you want me to answer?
I'm gonna close my eyes and just kind
I would
of.
like to say, go get him.
Girl, get him.
Lulu's dying.
Um,
I'm having a great time. My face hurts for how much I'm smiling and
Larkin-
laughing.
Larkin sort of like tugs at Naja's sleeve. Thistle, my dear, does he have the information we need?
I mean,
You can always roll insight to see if he does.
I'm gonna roll insight, but I do have a thing prepared to say.
Uh-huh.
Even
Go ahead.
if I fail.
Go ahead.
It's just-
You know, you're pretty sure.
Well,
even
I don't know.
even if there is
Go
a
ahead.
small window of possibility he doesn't, I don't think this is a net loss for me. So I'm not particularly worried about that.
Snort.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
he turns back to Angus. Is there something I'm missing?
Yes.
Yeah, Zorina
Yeah.
is like loading, internet loading bar, like math is flying in front of her face.
You know,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
I don't
cough,
think
try
she's
not to
getting it
laugh.
either.
I don't think it's safe here for us, for everybody except for Naja. So we should go back.
I'm proud of you, like stepping up where it matters. Best wingman ever.
When do we want to reconvene?
Does
and
that-
where?
Maybe noon tomorrow at the guild?
Yes, I will go to the guild tomorrow. I don't know when I'll be back, but I will be back before nightfall tomorrow. That is certain.
All right, cool. Let us know if you need anything.
See you then. I guess I gave you the wrong kind of protection.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't it just take less time if I threatened to break him beyond use?
I have
I think she's got
much
that covered.
use for him. So if you could leave.
I'll have you know I've pounded a man beyond recognition.
I think she's got that covered.
I will explain later why I think Naja is safe. In the meantime, shall we?
I'll be glad to be out of here. Good luck on your work.
I don't think I'll need luck, but thank you.
As we are preparing to leave, Angus kind of just gently grabs at Naja's wrist. and like looks like gives her more of like a dead serious look, like, you know, take care.
I'm just gonna fist bump her like in the knee and be like, "Get him, yeah."
And the knee.
Well, I'm like 3 feet tall,
I know.
so
It's
it's like,
just funny.
yeah.
It's a funny visual.
High-fiving you, high-fiving you.
I do love that Natcha tried to be as subtle as possible about this, and all of you are being as least subtle as you humanly can, and still both Larkin and Zulrina have no idea what's going on.
I'm enthused at the camaraderie I'm seeing from all of you. It speaks well to our future endeavors.
Okay. So you all return to the guild. I think we should probably, get to wrapping things up tonight, because I believe B said they were fucking eepy.
Insane.
Totally fair. It's late. So gonna follow this up with so all of you return to the guild hall. It's wonderful.
We do not. We go back to our
Nadja,
apartment.
okay, you go back to your apartment. Nadja, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you the information. Period. You're getting.
Yeah.
Do you want? This is purely for role playing. Do you
want to
just
act out
be
the
in
scene?
No.
Are you gonna
Abby,
ask if
No.
we should roll performance checks? Because that would be
Monketeers.
hilarious.
yes, I was literally about to ask, do you want to roll a performance check? And I'll roll a performance check, and we'll see how both of you did. Or would you like to just be in control and say how it went? You don't even have to say how it went. Just you know how it went. That's up to you. Do you want to either? It's up to you. It was amazing. It was awful. Whatever. Or do you want to roll performance and see how it actually went?
It's
I
fine.
have proficiency in performance.
It's finally time for the deed. He detrows, then you see it. The monstrosity. 1 inch long, 8 inches wide.
A harmonica.
My table mates, if there's ever a time to give me your energy to roll, good.
Can we
This
roll
is
the
it.
help to give her advantage?
Yeah,
No,
I would like
you
to take the
cannot
help action.
No.
You cannot.
Magic hand or
There is
whatever,
no
you
bardic
know?
inspiration
Mage
at
hand?
this table. Mage hand.
Yeah, look, if there was a bard here and you gave bardic inspiration to Naja, I genuinely would count it towards this roll, but there
we
isn't
have
a bard.
we
so...
have a food bard.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm way shittier than a real
What
bard.
if I was the last person of the group to be leaving and I slipped something to Nadia?
What are you gonna like roofies? What are you
What
talking
are you
about?
giving Naja?
What if I was leaving and I just cast grease?
Fish oil.
I think that's enough of help from y'all. That's
Okay,
terrible.
I'm just
You're
gonna
so
leave.
tough
I'm gonna
now.
leave Nadja with my machine servant.
I'm gonna.
I am going
gonna
to tell you, Naja, that I'm giving you inspiration for this absolutely wonderful scene. I'm gonna get. You can use the inspiration now if you want, or you can
Wait,
use
do we
it
get-
later because. So
How does
you know
inspiration
how
work
inspiration
again?
works in D&D? So inspiration is a mark that you make on your sheet that the D&D gives at their own discretion. You cannot. There is no mechanical way to acquire inspiration
Mhm.
base. There's bardic inspiration, which is different. Inspiration is you can use it whenever you want, so that your next roll has advantage, as
Okay.
long as you have it.
Okay.
It doesn't go away, so it's a very powerful thing to have. It's usually awarded by DMs when somebody does something that's very in character, very like well played, or something that's just really interesting, and they just did a good job. I think this is like a beautifully the whole scene of the Church of the of Mask has been like wonderful from start to finish by you. So I was pretty much gonna give you inspiration no matter what.
I'm gonna use it.
Woo!
Oh fuck yeah! Okay,
Gonna
let's
blow
go.
this guy's
Go
mind.
ahead, give me a
my
performance.
God.
Okay,
advantage.
that's
You
that's
did it. You
decisive.
did not need it.
The same
Um,
exact fucking roll both times.
Yeah, that's wild.
Oh,
And
So this
And
means
I'm
Naja
going to-
fucks.
20
What?
plus 3.
Watch him roll.
Can't
a
wait
one.
for this man to roll a one.
You
Just
know,
fucking
23 last night? Did they get
That
a
would be so
23,
funny.
bro?
oh my god.
Did he roll a one?
I
He
think
did
you need to
not.
roll
Damn.
as the man.
I would-
Yeah.
I was gonna say like if he rolled a one, like Naja has a new follower.
Not just boy toy.
can't believe
Are
it's
you
not even the
telling only
fucking
Bim what he rolled?
third
my
session.
God.
What?
You already fucking took a man to Silent Hill.
Was it a nat 20?
We did take a man to
I
Silent
said
Hill. We
this-
did.
What? What?
I took a screenshot as proof of exactly what his role was and sent it to Bim.
Can I see it, Bim?
This is awesome. This is awesome, guys.
What?
Who keeps trying these pink cocks? They're so like unnerving. Why'd the tip go halfway down? But like only from the back.
Yeah, for real, this tip is crazy.
Out of character, I hate that I have to say this out of character because I also don't want y'all to bring it up to Nadia. But like, he rolled a 20, so like,
Nat 20?
yes.
Oh my
Man,
god.
Let's
y'all had-
fucking go.
Y'all had a legendary night.
Like one of the like mask like looks down on you guys and is like, nice.
Nice.
Very
Wait.
long.
Hold
I was
up,
like,
this is kind of
what is
late,
he
but what's his name?
Oh yeah, you can. Here, I'll give you all you want to know about this dude.
He's like, hey girl,
Yeah, that's
call me
perfect.
back.
You
Uh,
can
She's
have
like,
his 3 measurements.
You guys finish and you're
Oh,
like, hey, what's
no.
your name?
Yes. So his name is Edmund Crow. He's a 34-year-old human rogue. With short, spiky black hair and red eyes.
Excellent. I'm happy for you, man. I'm so happy for you.
Guys, I was the first one. I did it. I was the first one to do it at this table.
Yeah.
The legendary Rizzler.
Incredible. The weird girl Riz strikes again.
Crazy. You know,
So
maybe
when
if
do
I
we
wasn't a
get to see
goblin.
this fan art?
Although
Are you
apparently I'm being
working
shipped
on
with
it
you
right
now,
away?
Abus, though.
What?
Apparently I'm being shipped with you now. Apparently what did you guys put in the chat? Bublina?
probably no.
Oh
That's
shit,
fucking wild.
Buckus, are you okay?
Oh, you fall?
My puppy fell off the couch.
Aww.
Come here,
Okay.
baby. Oh,
He heard what was happening in D&D.
Oh, poor baby.
I'm going to say something that I mentioned at the beginning, and I don't think it was paid attention to too much. But I feel like it's important that I note it now. Y'all are running a guild. You can hire people to work for you. You can hire people to hang around you, and you can also have NPCs that can join you on adventures.
So you're
or
saying
do
you want to
whatever.
hire Crow?
What I'm saying is, I am saying I'm
option
putting
is
it in your
there.
mind as an option. I'm not saying definitely do this. I'm just saying this is the first NPC other than Grunkle who you have met and have adored. So so this is like a hey, just putting it in your mind.
I
Yeah,
mean, one of us adored him. That's for sure.
I will give you so
Crow is a hooker.
Bim, I could give you the information now, but since we're wrapping up, you might just forget it. I have the information written down, so I'll just give it to you at the start of the next session.
Okay.
Woo.
I have made a note to give Bim information.
Wait, so
Information.
do I not have any time left?
Oh, you can do whatever. What's up?
I would like to take off the shells and devein some shrimp and then make like a small reduction with the shells and fry the shrimp to make some garlic shrimp rice because that's pretty quick and I'm very tired.
I hope we're at
And
the
Alternative
base
interest.
now, and not you just sitting outside of
Well,
the
I mean,
Church of
didn't we go
Mask.
back? I thought that was the plan, that we went back.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we're
y'all are-
still visually here, so it just was really funny to think about
We're-
it being that.
So-
We're under a
And-
bridge, and Ariane is making shrimp fried rice inside of a like burning oil can.
I mean,
Inside
I
of
could-
a
I could
mask.
cook outside, but I wouldn't probably
Oh,
be
oh,
making the
sure.
reduction.
I love it.
And I would like to ferment some dough for tomorrow's bake in the morning.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, get baked.
Yeah, baking.
So,
We can order your favorite takeout tonight, Goblin.
I'm gonna go steal another
As long as you
crowbar.
pick it up.
Yes, ladies arena.
Yeah.
what
Character's
uh
important.
Good work.
what are the odds that we would be able to do this next week? Because I'm gonna be gone the following week.
Yeah, so the
Oh,
following week
Is
is the
the
day
week?
before
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah. That's a very fair point. Let me think. Let me think.
Whoa, turning into a monthly game.
God no.
Yeah, I can do
I
it.
think for at least like 3 weeks, or for at least 3 of these games, like switching up the week to be next week, and then 2 weeks after that, and then 2 weeks after that would work
Mhm.
well for me. Because then we also don't interfere with
Holidays.
the Christmas holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm super cool with that. Yeah, if we want to,
Yeah,
if we want to
I
meet
have
next
next
week,
Wednesday
I'm
off, too.
100% on board.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm
I
down.
should be able to take the bus back in time, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you everyone so much for coming to our lovely session tonight.
Looking
I had a-
specifically at
I had
Bim
a
as you say
blast.
that.
Coming.
My voice is gonna be so fucked because of how much I have wheezed and laughed this time. I don't know if y'all have noticed, when I laugh, if I laugh enough, I have a Muttley laugh from like Dick Dastardly and like the shows on like Boomerang. I have the fucking Muttley laugh. It's very bad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, thank you for blessing us with that scene.
Yes,
Yeah, thanks
was-
for
that
fucking.
was phenomenal.
Nice job. Good work out there. Slaps you on the ass.
We just had a discussion about this last game.
I'm learning.
But yeah,
Never rid me.
thank you guys so much for coming. If you want to give an outro, Lunar, you can say goodbye to our lovely folks.
Yeah.
Make sure to save this stream, by the way.
Yeah, I need to make sure that I have it saved somewhere. I don't know if I have the other one or not. I just don't know if my stuff is saved that way or not.
If you do have that, could you share that with me so that I can watch the rest of it?
Yeah. I'll definitely double check, but I will be sure to save this VOD as soon as we finish.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll dig through my files and see if the other one's saved or not. But yeah, it was a good time. Everybody here is wonderful. You should definitely go follow everyone here who streams. Their names are in the stream title, which should actually be working links. There's far too many of you for us to spend 8 minutes shouting everybody out. Because Twitch has restrictions on that now because it's stupid. So I love you all, and we're gonna raid.
Keyjit streaming.
Yeah, probably Key. I was thinking about raiding my friend Octa because I'm gonna be joining them tomorrow, but we'll just raid Key because Key hasn't streamed in a while.
He's playing WoW.
Wow.
Hardcore
Yeah.
classics, though, where we could all play together.
I am
That's what I'm about to do.
I am
Wow.
significantly
Me
less
too.
interested.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I just hope that Blizzard becomes a good company at some point again.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
They got
pinned
bought out by
message?
Microsoft, so they're being basically gutted and reorganized by Microsoft.
Which
What's
is
the raid
maybe
message?
a good thing? Question mark.
What is
Yeah,
the raid message?
Microsoft isn't the best company, but at least they're not Blizzard.
Raid message is Bim got laid.
Incredible.
I'm okay with this.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
And
Bim
then
got laid, now we raid.
Oh, I love it.
Something stirs in Pogstone indeed.
Oh, hey, it's my 22-month anniversary.
Yep, that's
Oh,
the one.
perfect.
Thanks. Oh, that one's good too.
The one that Jockey did.
Yes,
is
I like the
really
chocolate
good.
one. Yes, let's do the chalky one.
I don't think I have the key modes.
Okay, goodbye, chat.
Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Bye,
Chat.
We'll see you guys next week for more.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Goobly. We're raiding out now.
Oh,
Let's go.
Wow,
Already left.
Bim got laid? Did not expect the Bim got laid, Bim got laid! Yes! Wait, were you streaming the D&D stuff? Hi guys, hi, welcome in, Chop Lad! Thank you for the 21 months! Yes, Lunar, oh fuck dude. Well, I guess I shouldn't have watched on stream too, but
Why am I
that's
hearing
fucking
people
awesome.
twice?
you probably
Thank you so much for the raid, damn!
It's Lulu.
Oh, it's me. It's me. It's
You guys
me,
had a
it's
lot
me.
of people in there too.
Oh, Chocolate went to just gaming.